Friends, welcome back to A Times by Bar, the firm of Harris and Meringue. We are happy to be here. Stoked to have you with us. Patrick Harris here with you. That's Danny Meringue. To my left, Casey holding it down back home. We made it, boys. What do I always say? It's Friday. We made it. And judging by the sound of my voice, I am glad we are here, buddy.
Days are just a concept, and so is your voice.
Look, I don't know if I have left this building in 24 hours, and I don't believe the outside world exists anymore. I don't believe it exists.
See, that's where I left for a long time and got back about midnight. And then, I see you this morning, and I'm like, so, 10 o'clock, huh? How'd that 10 o'clock bedtime do?
10 o'clock bedtime was great.
Yeah.
I was about 3 hours late. Broke curfew. I'll tell you what, though, man.
Tape on the door?
I feel pretty good, all things considered.
What are we considering here?
Well, I won $300.
Hey!
At a blackjack table last night.
Was this your first time on the tables?
Yes.
Oh, see, look, that's how they get you hooked. They knew.
I mean, I lost $500, but I left with $300. Does that count?
Well,
I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I actually won money last night.
So you're up.
I'm up.
Okay.
Well, I'm up because I hit this awesome parlay in the UNC VCU game last night.
Oh.
I took the halftime under. And you
had a parlay hit.
I had a parlay hit.
Oh, see that's the worst thing that can happen to you.
I had halftime under and North Carolina covering the spread of 1.5.
Halftime under just hit for somebody else. I just saw a lot of high fives at halftime.
See what I mean, dude? It's halftime over unders. Halftime over unders are the jam. If my buddy Chris, he's my gambling buddy. We come up here all the time for March Madness before I started doing this stupid show with you.
Sure.
And we'd come up here, and he's always, dude, it's halftime over-unders, man. Halftime over-unders. And when he's here, I get the juice in me. So last night, I had to channel my inner him. Jason Sukanik called it the weirdest bet of all time, and it hit, brother. And I'm here for it.
So what was the bet?
I put $20 down on North Carolina VCU, the under at halftime, which was 69.5.
Nice.
And North Carolina by 1.5 at halftime. Put down 20, made 66.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, baby.
Not too bad.
Which covered my stupid parlay bet that I missed. And
that thing was over with pretty quick, wasn't it?
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And it covers my Cleveland Guardians winning the Central. And that hasn't even paid or lost yet.
Oh, see, there you go.
So I am up $306.
Hey, that's a nice little day.
Yeah.
It's a nice little day.
With my free Guardians ticket awaiting me.
Hey, see, that's what it's always great when you get the free ticket. If I'm up pretty substantially. I picked every game yesterday, and the only one that I missed was High Point. So,
well, I don't think you're the only one.
Yeah, that High Point one. Thankfully, I didn't put much on it, so not a big deal. But yeah, we had a pretty good day yesterday.
The North Carolina VCU crowd also, that game went to overtime and VCU ended up winning. That was the best crowd last night. From being here the whole day throughout the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of just how lively.
Sure.
Yeah, how lively the crowd was. You could tell there was money on that bad boy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was I would imagine a VCU North Carolina game just because of North Carolina, the brand, and VCU kind of being the, oh, yeah, I know who they are team. Like that's one that's going to get some action. It's going to get some juice, whether it's here at a sports book or any sports book. Just because you're like, oh, they're a Cinderella. They can make something happen.
Yeah, I was sitting with the brand man last night during that, and we both agree that Hubert Davis is a bad coach.
Good recruiter, bad coach.
Good TV guy.
Good TV guy.
Great TV guy, dare I say.
Yeah, and North Carolina keeps, I mean, can you really beat him up for, not having Caleb Wilson?
No.
That's the thing.
But I can beat you up for not having anybody else.
Yeah, that's been kind of like the North Carolina trend for the last couple of years now. They'll get a guy. And then the rest are kind of like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Visar's a guy.
Sure.
But he's a secondary guy more than anything. I shouldn't say that.
And who's the guard, Biddle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. I mean,
he's good.
But they're not. Sorry, Tar Heels. You're just not Duke. You are not.
No.
This is not Duke, North Carolina anymore. It's Duke, then North Carolina.
What I mean? It's almost Kentucky light at North Carolina.
Yeah.
Like, Kentucky always had two guys.
Yeah.
John Wall, Anthony Davis. Mm-hmm. Or at Memphis, Derrick Rose, Boogie Cousins.
And then a guy like Devin Booker coming off the bench.
Totally. Like, they had that with a Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, something like that. they would have at least two guys. It feels like North Carolina is that minus the second guy.
Or they would have two, kind of, I don't want to say second tier, but like not lottery picks, but like fringe lottery picks. You know what I mean? Like the North Carolina team that had Kobe White and Cam Johnson and Nasir Little. Like those guys are all good, but they're not like.
Duke had three players in the top 8 last year.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You got Colin Malawach, you got Colin Knippel, you got Cooper Flagg. This year, obviously can't. I mean, we need to talk about that game today.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Holy crap! Did you see the Siena player in the hallway afterwards?
I did not.
Fun little anecdote. So for those that don't know, the Siena starters played all 40 minutes. It's absolutely bonkers, and we'll talk about that.
Well, I think a sub came in with like 4 seconds to go.
Yeah. So. But he's walking through the tunnel after the game, one of the players, and you can tell that this guy's just laid it all on the floor. And he sees a North Carolina player and staffer, and he just kind of gives him a head nod, and he goes, bleep Duke. And both the player and the staff are both like, that's real. That's real.
Coach is like, why don't you come down here? Let me show you a little documentary called I Hate Christian Laettner. Join the club here, friends.
Yeah, so, we March Madness pretty hard yesterday. You got an overtime game. You know what we didn't get?
What?
No buzzer beaters.
Nope, no buzzer beaters.
No buzzer beaters.
Well,
Closest thing we got was High Point.
Well, I wonder if all that boils down to just kind of what we're saying, that college basketball is a different beast, man. I was surprised.
Games were close, though.
I know.
We did have close games.
The High Point situation yesterday, I was very surprised about. VCU I'm not, but High Point I was surprised just because the talent disparity is so large now that I just didn't expect any upsets. Like, I like Akron in this game against Texas Tech. They're currently losing right now, 20-26. That was really one of the only upsets I had going into the tournament because, look, I don't want to be prisoner of the moment, but last year, all 4 number 1 seeds go, and I know that can be fluky, et cetera, but I started thinking to myself, this is a different game. The high-end teams are now deep. It's almost like, remember how we always talk about Georgia and Alabama in football can't stockpile anymore?
Yeah.
In college basketball, you can kind of stockpile now because the rosters are so small, you only need 3 or 4 guys.
Yes, but on the flip side, like you can go, like St. Louis, perfect example. Here we go. Use the SEC in Georgia. St. Louis and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went out there and gave Georgia that work.
Georgia that work.
Paddled the dogs. Put them in the doghouse. But that's the thing, is like you can actually go out there and do that now because they went out and got, what is his name? Robbie, I'm totally blanking on his last name. Did you see the list of nicknames?
I believe it's Avia.
Thank you. His list of nicknames. Obviously, Kareem, as in like
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, because white boy in motion.
Kurt Rambis beats Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
You know who Rod Wave is, the rapper?
Yes.
They started calling him Rob Wave.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, again, white boy in motion stays in motion.
Chamberlain is my favorite.
Milk Chamberlain.
Milk Chamberlain. There you go, Case. I mean, here's the thing. You can lean into that in the NIL part of it, but it's also it's productive. Like it's these schools like St. Louis, these schools like VCU, like that's Georgia and North Carolina. Mm-hmm. You aren't knocking off nobody.
I might argue Georgia's a nobody. What has Georgia done SEC style basketball since Ann Edwards?
My point is, who do you have come through those doors?
You get guys.
Okay. Does VCU get guys?
Not really.
Does St. Louis get guys?
No.
So that's kind of like...
Unless Milk Chamberlain is a guy.
Goes out there and gives them that work, right? But you just kind of go down the list, and you're going to have more opportunities today. Missouri, Miami, obviously Texas, BYU yesterday. Utah State, Villanova. Like, that's one I think is going to be a fun one to watch. A&M on the up with, the quote-unquote upset of St. Mary's. Like, I think you just kind of look up and down the board and you just go, oh, this stuff is really, like, you can get in this. How many teams did we say it was? There's 24 teams that we came down to that were like invested in football and basketball?
Yeah, around 24, 25, something like that.
Okay, so if you're thinking about it in that form or fashion, just think how much room there genuinely is for a just basketball school.
Oh, tons.
Like, you have to look around at that and go, okay, if they're splitting what they have, Why can't we compete with them in just this?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And that's why I think some schools like Kentucky, who is currently losing to Santa Clara right now, 31-29 at halftime, have to look around. And that's why Mark Pope, former legend, might be the dude that they all love and adore, but losing to Santa Clara in the first half when you are a basketball school is not acceptable. Not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
It's not acceptable. I don't care if Mark Stoops is your scapegoat or anything like that. You have decided that you are basketball. You are cool with being middle of the road SEC. You can't be losing at halftime to Santa Clara. You can't.
No. And again, Pope is, I think he's a heck of a coach, but they had to change, or because they brought him in, they changed what they do. They changed the model of what they do, and it had so much to do with, the stylings of it, of like, okay, we're not going to be an NIL heavy team that goes like and recruits the highest level guys. What we're going to do is we're going to get some really good players, but we're going to supplement that with juniors and seniors experience. They're going to go out there and find guys that have the juice. Honestly, I think that the best mark of that, what you see in the country right now, which is the team that I picked to win the title, that's Michigan. Yeah, they've got Morris Johnson. Yeah, they've got Ade Mara. Yeah, they've got Elliot Cadeau. You know what else they did?
They went out and got Yaxel.
They said, hey, Yaxel Lindenberg, the probably the most impactful Swiss Army knife player in college basketball, who is experienced, not just in like how much time he spent on the floor. He's old.
Right.
24 years old. Like, this is a grown man. That, come this tournament time, that matters.
Yeah, and in that Kentucky situation, it's like you built your program, even pre-Cal, when Gillespie was there. Who was there before Gillespie?
Rupp.
Well, you had Tubby there for a little bit, and Pitino, obviously. But there's somebody else. Anyway, but they built the one-and-doners.
Yes.
And I think it's a very shocking transition. It's going to take you a while to transition from one-and-dones to seniors and juniors and
with
veteran guards.
With a sprinkling of, like, hey, here's a guy. Don't get me wrong. Kentucky is very much – that is a Nike blue blood school. They will still be involved and go get a guy. It's just going to be a different form of it where –
and a different kind of guy.
Instead of going for the top 3 recruit, you're going for the top 15 recruit, but the guy you're looking for is the guy whose head isn't up his ass. You know what I mean? Like,
and Cal did not care.
That's exactly it. As Cal was like, talent. Give me the guy who's got the talent. I don't care where his head's at. I just want the talent. I mean, sometimes it worked. More often it didn't. But all those guys went to the NBA, and they will go to bat for him every single day.
Oakley Dokley, we got a great show for you all today. We are live at Tom's Watch Bar at A-Lene Casino, having a great time. Yesterday was a blast. Looking forward to another great day here. A lot to get to today. Let's see, it's a Friday, so we got to mass through everything here. We got the NFL referees thinking about saying bye themselves. How far in the future can you trade draft picks? Timbers on a brutal stretch. Blazers in action tonight. A lot to get to, but let's start right here at Tom's Watch Bar, the tournament. What we saw from yesterday. Let's get into that Duke-Siena game. Let's get into that High Point, Wisconsin action. Talk about, was Gonzaga underperforming last night? A lot of crazy things going down. Day 1 of the tournament. Here we are, day 2, live at A-Lene. Come join us and hang out. When we come back, yesterday was a fun one. 105.1 The Fan.
Prime time.
10:19 here, Portland Sports Leader. Don't you forget it, baby. We are live from the shadows of the windowless Time is a Flat Circle, Tom's Watch Bar, famous A Casino and Bar and Grill. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, gambling, blackjack, baby. Left my heart in the center. I left my voice somewhere. But we gonna survive, baby.
You'll figure it out. It's not like you have anything else to do today.
We gonna survive. It's not like I have to do pregame and postgame at the Timbers this weekend either.
Good for you.
Be all right.
Builds character.
You know what's funny right now? I think my voice right now sounds like what people do when they impersonate my voice. Anytime I meet somebody that does a impersonation of my voice, it's always, my name's Patrick. And it's like, that's not how I talk. Okay?
I mean,
I have inflection. I have cadence, rhythm.
do you?
Yes. I try at least. A lot of action going on here at Tom's Watch Bar at A. Keep you updated on some scores. It's still halftime. Santa Clara up 31-29 on Kentucky. Texas Tech starting to put a little cushion on Akron, 37-25 with about 4 minutes to go in that game. That will be my first Sweet 16 down if Akron loses. They were really my only team I kind of put
Sweet 16?
Put some action on, yeah.
Goodness gracious. Did we not talk about this? Did we not talk about what college... Didn't we just talk about this last segment?
I know, and I took Akron to the Sweet 16 and slick Rick Barnes, dude.
Why?
Because I'm stupid.
Why would you...
You gotta let me fly!
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing
Because
here?
I had Akron taking on Alabama in the second round, and last time I checked, Akron didn't have 2.1 pounds of weed on them.
I know, but still. It's Akron.
Still, man. I blame Stevie Brackets.
What's
Brackets.
taller, 2.1 pounds of weed stacked up or Aiden Holloway?
Aiden Holloway, I think. Just barely.
Barely?
Just barely.
Like if you turn him sideways.
Is he taller sideways?
No, I mean, I think if you turn 2.1 pounds of weed sideways, stack it up, if you do the rectangle stacks, that's got to be close to 5 foot, right?
Sure, why not?
I still can't believe it. Aiden Holloway is listed at 6'1". There is not a
No way.
snowball's chance
No
in
way.
hell he is 6'1".
I know, and I'm 5'9".
If he's
6'1", I'm 5'9".
Bro, I'm like 6'5". No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
We touched on yesterday, VCU takes down North Carolina 82-78. That was kind of the big one of the day. Texas handling BYU throughout the day, with BYU a little bit of charge late in the day.
How many rebounds did he finish with? 16?
16, yeah. How do you say his name? Bokiatis?
Yes. I mean,
Bokiatis?
Keita just could not handle him at all.
No.
And it was men against boys. Vocatitis.
Vocatitis.
He was... What was it? There's two other players in NCAA tournament history who had 15 and 10 at the half. And both of them were one of them was Janai Broom.
Okay.
And the other it was Edie. It was two National Player of the Year
candidates. No big deal.
Nobody else has ever had 15 and 10 at the half in the NCAA tournament.
Well, and AJ,
yikes.
AJ put on a show last night. For those of you that might have gone to the Moda Center and checked that out, he had 35 and 10, no assists.
I finished with 1.
Oh, did he get 1 at the end?
There's a reason why.
I saw.
Nobody else could hit anything.
Ooh, no assists for AJ DeBonce. You know what? I'm just going to take this ball. I said it for them to win, he was going to have to score 40 a night, and I was kind of side joking, but kind of serious.
Yeah.
35 and 10. Look, I am not here to kill AJ DeBonce by any means whatsoever.
He had 35 on 25 shots and also led them in rebounds.
35 and 10 wasn't going to be enough. It wasn't going to be enough.
That's the crazy thing.
I know.
What killed them was getting absolutely murdered. Absolutely murdered on the glass. They just got handled. And it was Vocatitis had 16 rebounds. 9 of them were offensive.
That's dirty work at the office. Dirty work at the office.
They had 16 offensive rebounds to BYU's 8. That is literally the game.
Some other standouts. Texas A&M handles St. Mary's. I think the story of that is St. Mary's once again cannot make anything happen in the tournament. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it.
Oh, the flip side of this is Texas A&M said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to grind this thing to a halt. You want to play WCC basketball and think you're going to get cute?
Have fun.
Yeah. we're going to put you in a torture chamber, and every single time we go up and down the floor, guess what's going to happen? A shot's going to go up with 28 seconds, or 28 seconds into the shot clock, a shot's going up. It's good luck.
We were on the air yesterday when this game went down. Nebraska hitting threes, looked the part, gets their first win in tournament history.
Which is so crazy. 130 years
You don't
of
just
program
run
history.
into one.
Like, how does that not happen? I don't understand that.
Some other people that looked the part, Michigan State very much looked the part last night. They handled that game. They handled North Dakota State easily from the jump. It was 45-25 at halftime.
Also, Hawaii's not a basketball team.
Hawaii is not a basketball team.
Boy almighty, is Darius Acuff good.
Oh, Arkansas very much. Like, you want to talk, I can sit here and tell you that Michigan State looked the part. Nebraska looked the part. Arkansas is playing for a natty. Look, Michigan State might go to a natty, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Houston might go to a natty. Nebraska might hit an Elite Eight. Arkansas has title or bust on their mind. That's Calipari. This team is hot at the right time. They won the SEC tournament, which is not a slouch these days anymore in the SEC, and Arkansas is here to play. Look, you're seeing the coach from High Point. We didn't come here to win a game. We came here to go to Sweet 16.
Did you
Calipari
hear him kick everyone?
I did.
Woo!
I did. We can get to that in a moment. That guy says we're here to win 2 games. Not one. We're here to go to the Sweet 16. Calipari is here. Final 4 at minimum for Calipari right now. That's the mindset.
Yeah.
I think he has that team. Acuff is playing that way. Them and Illinois, who I wanted to get to next, offensively looked the part the best for me.
Well,
Arkansas and Illinois.
That was the thing is coming into this tournament, when you're talking about the matchups that you have, we talked about Illinois a lot off air over the last couple of weeks. I was like,
that is an offense that can score. They put a hundo on last night.
That's what they do. They like that's over the last couple of years that Illinois, even though they're a Big Ten team and they're going to play traditional basketball, no, they are going to absolutely rain threes on you. They've got a ton of dribble drive penetration. They've got a ton of shooters. They're going to play with pace. They're going to play with aggression. They are going to get shots up. It is more of an NBA-style offense than what you typically see in college basketball. Now, you have to have the personnel necessary to execute that kind of offense because if you go cold, you can get buried real quick.
Gonzaga won last night, 73-64 over Kennesaw State. Let me put this into perspective. Gonzaga had 73 points at the end of two halves. Mm-hmm. Illinois had 65 in the second half yesterday. Yeah. That's how potent that offense is.
Yeah, and it's not just one guy. Like this is where the difference between Arkansas. This is why Arkansas is a 4 seed and Illinois is a 3 seed. Look at who played for Arkansas yesterday. 2 subs.
Yep.
And one of them played a minute and the other one played 30. The other one, it's 3 guys. It's a 3-guard rotation.
Nebraska's the same way. They're like 5'6" deep.
Yeah. Arkansas goes with DJ Wagner, Malik Thomas, and Darius Acuff. But those 3 guys are each one of those guys is capable of giving you 30.
And you better pray that they can stay together because if any one of those guys goes down, that's the problem. Look, that's what happened to Siena last night. Mm-hmm. Siena had everything going in their momentum. All 5 starters had 40 minutes. It's just not sustainable.
And I'll tell you this right now.
Not against a Duke. If you're playing if Siena and Nebraska are playing and you're both shorthanded for pretty much the entire game, that might work. You can't run into that against a team like Duke. They're just too deep. And their last guy on the bench would start for your team. Yeah.
The other thing about this is that people being critical of the coach. He had 2 other players who had actual minutes who actually could get on the floor. They both shot under 35% from the field this year.
Look,
so this whole idea of like, well, you could have bought them this time. You could have bought. No, they had 0 margin for error.
The concept of me here nitpicking a coaching aspect of a 16 seed up against Duke, get out of here. I don't want to hear that.
I'll tell you with this, even with that loss, Jerry McNamara, welcome.
Welcome to Syracuse, buddy. Congratulations on your new job, and I hope you live long and prosper there, my friend. John Shire coached his ass off last night to try to get that win. You feel bad for the Siena kids, but, I mean, I think the day honestly goes to High Point.
It does.
I think they get the day. Their coach, he said, whether you're Miami of Ohio, whether you're us, look, we're trying to play people, and nobody wants to play us.
I mean, he said the quiet part out loud.
He said it out loud.
We have 2. Between High Point, who was the other one?
Miami of Ohio.
St. Louis. Oh, yeah. But he said him and St. Louis had played 2 quad 1 games.
They're 2-0 in quad 1 games.
It's like But the problem is, it's not that we're ducking it, it's that everybody else won't play us.
Yep, he said, I think if we play, even on a neutral court, you'll know who the better team is. Dude, the swag, man.
He wasn't arrogant about it either.
He wasn't.
Like, that was the thing.
He kind of has a weird, nervous cadence to him talking. You can tell, like, he coaches at High Point. Hasn't done a lot of media days.
You know who he sounds like, though? Like, his voice, his inflection? James Franklin.
I
think if I close my eyes, it sounds like James Franklin.
I'll have to check that out.
It was just one of those things like, I had the phone down on the counter, just kind of, scrolling through the social media, just trying to catch up on post game stuff, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, and I just pressed play, and I'm walking around, and I was like, wait, who was that? And it just it sounded like James Franklin, but I love that in day one, while we didn't get buzzer beaters, we did get the story of the tournament so far in Chase Johnson.
Yes,
you get a senior white dude from an obscure school.
Yep. With no 2-point baskets, no field goals that weren't 3-pointers made all season.
And the difference in the game is the first 2 that he hit all year. That's tremendous. You can't write that out.
You can't. High Point is definitely the victor of day one. We're in day 2, live here at Tom's Watch Bar at A Casino. Texas Tech still at halftime with Akron. 40-35 is the score right now. Santa Clara, Kentucky back underway. The crowd's starting to feel a little juice in this game. 44-42, Kentucky leads, 16 minutes to go. Let's take a peek at today's action, and why don't you all come up here and join us here. This is The Firm. We'll toss it to Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, day 2 of the NCAA men's tournament has officially begun. 10-seed Santa Clara is taking on 7-seed Kentucky for our first matchup of the day, as Kentucky leads 44-40. 16 minutes left in the second half there. And over as 12-seed Akron tipped off against 5-seed Texas Tech. That game has just gone into halftime as Texas Tech leads 40-35. Coming up at 10:35, 1-seed Arizona will take on the Sharks of Long Island University. And then later on at 10:50, Virginia will take on Wright State. As we get into the big nooner, 2-seed Iowa State will take on the Tigers of Tennessee State. And wrapping up our morning slate of games, Alabama will face off against 13-seed Hofstra coming up at 12:15. The women's NCAA tournament is officially underway as your Oregon's women's basketball team is up against Virginia Tech. You can catch that game over on 9:10 a.m. coming up at 10:30. And your Portland Trailblazers are on the road tonight taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves at 5 p.m. Minnesota will be without Ant Edwards, but it's the Blazers coming into the contest as 2.5-point underdogs. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe Fisher and Rashad.
(503-864-6326). That's the fan text line. She'll let you interact with us throughout the entire day. Shout out to the YouTube cats as well. 105.1 The Fan is the channel. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. We are here at Tom's Watch Bar, Ayla A, having a great time. Yes, if you are curious, I did get a beer because, like, ladies and gentlemen, it's needed right now. It is needed right now. It is appreciated. And it's a fine Miller Lite from the great state of Wisconsin. That is my cheers to High Point, is to have a Miller Lite in High Point's honor.
Look at you. I don't day drink.
Today is an exception. I don't know what day it is today.
Yeah.
I haven't left the bar.
Left the building.
Flynn Clayman is the head coach at High Point. That's his name. And
Not a Lord of the Rings character?
Not a Lord of the Rings character. And not going to work here for much longer. I'm sure someone will grab Flynn Clayman, especially if they catch another win. Let's look ahead at today's slate, Danny, and see where the High Point is, where the Texas is, where the Arkansas offense output is. Right now, we've got Texas Tech Akron at halftime, 40-35. Tech is up. This Kentucky-Santa Clara game won't go away, 46-44 right now with about 13 minutes to go. When you look at this, Danny, what are you looking at? Are you looking at potential upsets? Are you looking at statements? Because we still have 2 1 seeds to play today. Arizona's favored by 1 billion points.
Yeah.
Does Rock Chalk get caught somewhere? Does Furman do the unthinkable?
When I look at this, I picked Tech to win this game. I know you guys like Akron, especially on the spread. Santa Clara and Kentucky was a game that I went back and forth, and I ended up landing on Kentucky.
I actually did too. I really wanted to take Santa Clara, and I went Kentucky in my bracket.
And it was super, super, super close. Let me scroll down if I have any others. Utah State was where I landed, I believe, on the Villanova-Utah State game. And I don't know if I had any other upsets today. I think that was it. Yeah, because Santa Clara, Kentucky, I ended up going Kentucky. So, yeah, everything else today, I don't think there's anything else that's going to be too surprising as far as, like, what I'm looking ahead to.
Yeah, I know. But, I didn't have High Point yesterday.
That would mean that was the one, but
that was the one.
But that was also, it wasn't really that surprising. It wasn't like I wasn't going back and forth on that pick. But if you told me that Wisconsin choked that game away, duh.
We said it 30 times. Wisconsin can beat anybody. They can lose to anybody. Some fun stuff that I have seen from some friends online, etc. They're all shots in the dark, but I've seen Wright State over Virginia. I've seen some of that. Look, if Hofstra doesn't show up today in Tampa with 2.1 pounds of weed, they might beat Alabama. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's a situation in which someone can get caught. Look, I think the game of the day, without question, the game of the day is Miami-Tennessee. That's the game. Slick Rick, come at me, bro, Miami of Ohio. Like, that to me, that's a 125 tip. I will not leave this place until that game is over.
It's also a 12.5-point line.
I don't care, dude. Slick Rick, who's the most failure in tournament history probably against the little engine that nobody believes in, 32-1 Miami, dude. That's must-watch basketball for me. Look, I could be wrong, and at halftime, they could be dominating. Tennessee could be dominating, but I don't know. I want to see Miami of Ohio prove me wrong and show me that they're actually good.
Oh, for sure. I'm not poo-pooing that at all. I think that, look, I wanted to see Miami of Ohio get their opportunity, and they did. They get in the play-in tournament, and they handle business, and that's like the, doff of the cap. Well done, sir. Keep it moving. I'm looking at Missouri-Miami. I think that's going to be the game. It's going to be, if you're looking for potential, Missouri-Miami, and then Utah State. I'm sorry, not Utah State. Iowa, Clemson. The two 8-9 matches, or 8-9 and the 10-7. Those two matchups, I think, and I picked upsets in both those. I took Iowa in the Clemson game, and then I took Missouri in the Miami game. So
Well, get your booties up here. We're at A Casino Resort for Fan Madness. Join us today for all the action at Tom's Watch Bar. Fan Madness brought to you by A Window Nation, George McCoy at Warren Allen Attorneys at Law, Cricket Wireless, and Video Only. The 8-9s, Danny, are the ones that kill me every time. When I try to win brackets and get those points, 7-10, 8-9, always kill me. I don't know what it is. I can never pick the winners.
I think a lot of it you have to look at, because they're going to be closer in overall talent level. You have to pick styles.
Styles make fights.
When you look at a team, you look at volatility. Like, is this a defensive-minded team? What kind of pace do they play at? Not only what's their 3-point percentage, because there's volatility there. What's their 3-point attempt rate?
Gotcha.
Like,
how often are they shooting threes?
Is this a team that is reliant on the three ball? And you saw it honestly in the Duke-Siena game. Duke was very, very, very reliant on the three ball in the first half, and it's like, hey guys, I don't know if you know this, you have the most productive post player in the country. Get him the freaking ball.
Run the ball.
It was like, and then they started to do that in the second half, and you saw Cam Boozer get more involved. But at that point in time, Siena had kind of drawn their line in the sand of like, we're not going to let Cam Boozer do anything. So they had said, we're going to front it, we're going to play behind, we're going to three-quarter, we're going to double, we're going to blitz, we're going to trap. Every time he touches the ball, we're going to make anybody else beat us. But they got so comfortable in deploying that, and it took Duke so long to get into that. That's where the punch-counter-punch of the NCAA tournament hits so hard. It's like, when a high point gets out there, again, I'm just going to say it, white boy in motion, when Johnston pulls that logo three, I think he had hit 1-3 in the game before that. That dude, with 26 seconds on the clock, pulls from 30, leaning forward.
Straight
it was like,
Steph Curry's that beat.
And it was just like, oh, okay.
That's when you know you're feeling it.
But that was the thing is, he wasn't. He wasn't feeling it yet. Like, that was how he got going. It was like, what can you do to break tendency? What can you do to play not outside of who you are, but what can you do to break the seal, so to speak, of, okay, now we have to open up the defense. Now we have to change what our game plan is. Now we have to do this. And that's what you saw Duke do. We talked about the Duke-Siena game when it was live. I go, look, I expect Duke to really flip this on its head and come back and win this game. And they did. It was the biggest comeback in school history of a halftime deficit in the NCAA tournament.
So crazy.
Siena.
Siena.
But what did they start doing? They didn't start bombing away from three.
No, they slowed down and started doing what they do.
Cam Boozer got to the free throw line 12 bleeping times.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Well, it's funny. We've talked about the gap between college and pro. College football to NFL is not that big of a gap in comparison to college basketball to the NBA is a huge gap. And you see it. If Siena can slow down Cam Boozer at Duke, that tells you all you need to know. If it took 3/4 of a game for Duke to figure out how to get Cam Boozer in a game against Siena, that tells you the gap. That tells you the gap.
Just got to figure it out.
When we come back, we'll put a little bow on college basketball. We'll move on to some stuff in hour number 2. So we'll get to some NFL stuff. NFL all hour number 2. How about that? And then Big Nooner will come as well. We're live at Tom's Watch Bar at A Casino. We'll finish up a little college basketball. Stick with us. Come hang out with us. 105.1 The Fan.
The Fan's YouTube.
We are live here at Tom's Watch Bar. The Arizona Long Island University game has tipped off, and as my good friend Jason Swigard would say, it's over. Arizona out to a big lead already, 16-4. And look, after you saw, Michigan had some troubles yesterday. As a 1 seed.
A little clunky.
Obviously, you saw, we talked about what happened with Duke. If you're Arizona and Florida today, do not play with your food. Just get in, get out, and order some pizza.
It's the simple things.
Yeah, dude, just do not play with your food. This Kentucky cannot put Santa Clara away. It is 53-52 right now, 9.5 to go. This crowd is ready to explode in this game at any moment. If Santa Clara can get a stop and go up, this place is about to get real lively.
Yeah, no, with 9:25 to go, and Pope is a complete and utter psychopath. I love that. that was eyes bulging.
Is he doing
out
the
of head.
Sean Miller sweating through his shirt situation?
No, he's doing the eyes popping out of his skull. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? At the end, like that. That's what's going on here. But no, I mean, I think everyone kind of correctly picked this game as one that was going to be tooth and nail.
It's a 7-10, like you talked about. It's just styles make fights, and whose style is going to persevere.
With 9 minutes to go, you look at a Kentucky team that is very experience-laden. I don't expect them to fall apart. I think in order for Santa Clara to win this game, Santa Clara is going to have to take this game. Kentucky's not going to – they're not going to step on the rake or, swallow the shotgun, as you were.
Yeah, as we said, this Texas Tech-Akron game should be just about to go underway in second half, and we're minutes away from Wright State, Virginia, tipping off another. Let's get back to this Flynn Clayman situation, okay? That coach at High Point. I don't know where he's going to coach next year, but I have a feeling it's not going to be at High Point.
He's coaching at not High Point.
Yes. The brand man just sat down, and what did he say to us? Flynn Clayman's married to a former Duck.
And he's got two brothers.
And he's got two brothers who played basketball, Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, I had somebody text me
a
yesterday.
Local guy, huh? Can we get Flynn Clayman on this show or what?
I mean, we could probably reach out. I had somebody text me yesterday, and I didn't really put it together. It was like, hey, man, no, Flynn Clayman's a good dude. There's a lot of Duck ties there. And I had another buddy of mine who, a lacrosse guy, that I grew up with, texted me. He was like, no, man, High Point's actually got a nice little lax team with a bunch of Oregon dudes out there, too. So
okay.
Apparently, out there in High Point in North Carolina.
Lacrosse and basketball, that's what we do here?
Well, not just that. I mean, North Carolina is lacrosse for sure, but and basketball, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a ton of Oregon ties.
Who had the better day yesterday, Flynn Clayman or this kid? Case, why don't you roll that beautiful bean footage?
Driving, step back. In circles now, Johnson, catch and shoot. Chase Johnson! That's what they needed. Timeout. Portland, do you believe it? Go! Here comes Johnson. The layup. It's good. Johnson on transition. Takes it in bounds. 9 seconds. Boyd wants it inside. Drive. 6 seconds. Block. And Boyd, they launch down court. Anderson gets it. Throw on the glass slipper. It's a Cinderella story in Portland, Oregon. For the first time in program history, High Point breaks through. We will see you in the round of 32. Oh, what a feeling.
Shout out to that kid. Put on the slipper.
Breaks through. We'll see you in the round of 32. And
Yes.
oh, what a feeling.
Yes, get that kid out of High Point and get him at CBS right now.
That's a great. I don't care if it's scripted. I don't care how much he prepared.
Dude, the Gus Johnsons of the world script things. It's okay to script it.
I know, but like the execution, the layout, just the timing, the cadence, the kid killed it, man. A good call, man. It just puts it all together.
Yeah,
it was in the backyard. Shout out to Eric Gunderson. He was sitting courtside for that absolute masterpiece of a game.
I know. Who would have thought the best game in Portland was going to be High Point, Wisconsin? I mean, you still got to see AJ go for 35.
Yeah, it's fun to watch AJ go for 35.
Yeah,
but as far as that's the best game of the tournament so far. It's a 1-point game.
Yep. Santa Clara has taken the lead 59-55. This place hasn't blown up like I thought it would. People got money on Kentucky.
It might be.
Is that what's going on?
Big Blue might have the money.
Not so bueno. Not so bueno. I don't know if I'm going to gamble today, Danny. I think I'm going to take my winnings and go home.
It's not a bad idea.
Is there any gambling lines you have going today? Parlays are for suckers.
I made all my bets yesterday. So as far as the games that are still outstanding, I think I've got 5 or 6 that are still outstanding, something like that. So, yeah, something like that.
I don't think parlays are for suckers. I won a parlay yesterday.
Nah, parlays are for suckers.
Nah.
Yeah, all my games are what do we got? We got the Iowa game. We got the Kentucky game. We got Texas Tech. We got Missouri. Yeah, I think those are all from yesterday. So, yeah, I'm not betting anything else today.
Why not?
I'm good.
Oh, you got all your stuff in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't want to drive back out here.
See, Paul.
You know what I mean? Like that's a long way to go.
Parlay? That's the one. Parlay.
Parlay, that's the one.
Parlay.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I won $300 at blackjack table last night.
It's a good idea to maybe pocket that.
Yeah, you know who I haven't seen yet today? Boss man, Red Sox fan, Cooley.
Oh, there you go.
He was right there next to me. I don't know what he won. Hopefully he won some money. He was winning more than I was.
There you go.
I got lucky at the very end.
No, I mean I'm doing all right. I'm up, so I'm happy.
We'll give you a quick recap of the scores. Let's get to some NFL action, all right? The second half has gone underway. Akron falling behind Texas Tech 35-46. Santa Clara is up, as I said, 59-55 over Kentucky. Arizona putting the stomp on Long Island University 24-12. Wright State and Virginia just underway.
You want to go take a 35.5-point line?
I am not touching a 35.5-point line. By the way, I did not know Queens University existed until this moment right now.
There you go.
They will take on Purdue. That's a 25.5-point spread. Florida, 35.5-point spread on Prairie View A&M.
35.5.
Last time I checked, Prairie View A&M is 1-0 in the tournament. I'm just saying.
You know,
they got a dub.
Also, dope marching band.
Cal Baptist taking down Kansas today. Nah, I'm joking. That ain't going to happen. Furman, UConn, let's go. Feel the fever.
You know, that Kansas game, real quick. How is that only a 13.5-point line?
Cal Baptist did.
The Giant Killers?
The Giant Killers, man. You're sleeping on them.
Cal Baptist sounds like a seminary school.
Well, it's probably only 13.5 because Darren Peterson's going to play 13.5 minutes and have 25 points, and they're going to coast.
Anytime I see those kind of lines, I'm always just like, this is terrifying. What is this? Like, why is a school that has like 1,400? You know what? How many people, let's play the game. How many people do you think are at Cal Baptist University?
Attendance?
Yes.
12,000.
Let's see. Cal Baptist University attendance is wow, 12,516.
Boom, baby! I'm gonna go lay a heater down.
They are down in Riverside.
I am on a roll right now.
They are marking this past year marked their 25th consecutive year of growth.
Yes, you can.
You know what?
Bye.
It's very Coug-like. They have a 74% acceptance rate.
Hell yeah, brother.
They let everybody in.
Dude, we're not biased towards anyone. You guys want to come party in Pullman? Let's do it.
Also, interestingly enough, student demographic, it is 62-38 female to male.
Love that. Love that. Also, speaking of Wazoo, I need the Coug Nation to show up because I have seen way too much purple in this casino today, and it is making me uncomfortable. I cannot handle those losers. So if you're a Wazoo kid, get your booty here and represent the colors. I did yesterday. I couldn't do it 2 days in a row. Bleep them Huskies. Let's go. All right, we come back. Let's get into some football talk, should we? This is Portland Sports Leader, The Fan. That's Danny. I'm Patrick, live from Tom's Watch Bar, 105.1 The Fan.
This March, make the right call.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, day 2 of the NCAA men's tournament has officially begun. 10-seed Santa Clara is taking on 7-seed Kentucky for our first matchup of the day, as Kentucky has a 1-point lead with 6 minutes remaining. 12-seed Akron tipped off against 5-seed Texas at 9:40. That game is well into the second half as Texas Tech is out to a 9-point lead. 1-seed Arizona is taking on the Sharks of Long Island University. That game started at 10:50 as Arizona is already out to an 11-point lead. And Virginia is taking on Wright State as that game just officially tipped off. Virginia has a 3-point lead as the score is 5-2. As we get into the big nooner, 2-seed Iowa State will take on the Tigers of Tennessee State. And wrapping up our morning slate of games, Alabama will face off against 13-seed Hofstra coming up at 12:15. The women's NCAA tournament is officially underway as your Oregon Ducks are up against Virginia Tech as they currently lead 28-19. Your Portland Trailblazers are on the road tonight taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves at 5 p.m. Minnesota will be without Anthony Edwards, but it's the Blazers coming into the contest as 2.5-point underdogs. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the firm of Harris and Meringue. Weekdays. The Fan.
What a game! What a game! What a game! Hour number deuce here, the firm of Harris and Meringue. If you're missing the first hour, you can download that, the Fan Podcast, 1051thefan.com, the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts. If you missed the Sunrise Boys at Sunrise this morning, you can go check that out wherever you get your podcast, 1051 The Fan, the Odyssey app, over on the YouTubes as well. Rewind, fast forward, except for Into the Future. For that would be impossible. A lot of NFL to get to. What's that?
Impossible.
Impossible. A lot to get to this hour. We'll hang out in the NFL for a little bit. We'll keep you updated on scores as the madness continues to run. Kentucky back up on Santa Clara. That game is going back and forth. She going to come down to the wire, baby.
No way. A team loaded with juniors and seniors is doing really well in the NCAA tournament.
She going to come down to the wire.
Who would have seen that coming?
503-864-6326 is the Fan text line, or you know what? Skip the text line and just come hang out with us up here at Tom's Watch Bar. I'm being told on the text line, too many Cougs are on the excluded from the building list at the security desk. That's not true, man. Casino love Cougs, dude. We are totally ready to lose money to anyone and everyone.
That's true. You will.
We will drink heavily and lose money.
Yeah, but you just can't bet. The problem is, the reason they keep you out is you can't bet on Washington schools here, which is what they really want you to do.
I know. We probably yelled at the Cage guys too much.
No. They want you to bet on Wazoo.
I know. Well, you know, in football, Wazoo covers the spread majority of the time.
BCU covers spreads.
I know.
Not money lines.
Let's get into some NFL chatter here. Looks like this is probably some hype build-up from ESPN, the old Adam Schefter carrying water for the NFL.
Nah.
But there are some concerns that the NFL Referees Association are headed for a lockout, and they are currently scrambling to figure out replacements should they need to go that route. Look, we've seen this before, Danny. We all know how it went down the last time replacement refs came in. It was not disastrous, quote unquote, in the sense that it didn't prevent people from winning Super Bowls or anything, but we did have the famous Fail Mary. How concerned are you about this situation? Or is this just the NFL making sure I talk about them on a Friday?
It's a little bit of that, but also I don't think you ever want labor negotiations, strikes, anything of those ilks being out there.
Boy, that's a hot topic these days.
You know, I mean,
labor disruptions.
Yeah. What day of the week is it?
Friday.
What's going on in the sports world right now?
Basketball, gambling.
When are you going to drop that?
Yeah, kind of bury it in the sand a little bit.
It's a good time to go ahead and go.
The Friday news dump.
Yeah, I mean it's not the 5 o'clock one, but because you want to make sure the matriculation of the news churn is going to churn it. Look, the NFL does the news dump better than literally anybody in sports. They're fantastic at it.
But can I argue that there is no such thing as a news dump in the NFL, because even the tiniest little thing we want to talk about it and go crazy about.
No, they
people are still talking about the Australia game, and they're going to talk about it until it happens and post happening.
But there is a strategy behind it. The PR arm of the NFL, when they do have negative stuff. I mean, the number of times a suspension or an arrest or whatever you want to find. The Raiders' succession plan. They're like, put that in there.
Yeah, I saw that too. What is it, just to pass a minority stakeholder?
Yeah, well, it's going to allow the option to buy the majority from Davis.
Oh. Who's getting that? Tom's?
No.
TB12?
The co-CEO, Egan Durbin of Silver Lake, to purchase the majority share.
You might as well have been speaking Mandarin to me in that moment.
Let me go ahead and pull it up here real quick. Egan Durbin.
Side note, Lady Ducks up 28-24 in the second quarter in the women's bracket, if you're catching that action.
So he is the co-CEO Silver Lake, which is a private equity firm, but it's basically the investment arm into Dell, Endeavor, and the City Football Group. So, got money, but not crazy. He's Tom Dundon money. $2.5, $3 billion.
So, you know what? In a shocking development here, I would like to point out that I would like to be Tom Dundon rich and be called poor by rich people.
But that's the thing.
You know how cool it would be to be called poor by rich people?
Yeah, but here's the
still
thing.
Be rich. I'm okay with that.
It's an improvement over Mark Davis. Mark Davis is worth, if I remember right, he's around $800 million.
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, you and I do, with sports owners. You know, I always point out, the Steinbrenners are Yankee rich. The Busses are Laker rich. They're not really rich outside of it.
Okay, so they've got Mark Davis currently worth of $3.3 billion, but I think that's
Tom Dundon right there.
That is well above what he has been listed as. So I'm wondering if that's figuring in the controlling stake of the Raiders.
Why doesn't he just sell the Raiders for $10 gajillion?
Because he doesn't own the majority. I'm sorry, he doesn't own them wholly. There's a lot of people if the Raiders went on the market right now, they probably would sell for $10 billion.
I think they would.
If the Seahawks are selling for $8,
yeah, they're the second biggest brand in the NFL for my money, behind the Cowboys. I think they're the second. And I may be wrong. And maybe something like the Giants, because of New York, they might be. Maybe the Bears might be. But I think, for my money, it's probably Vegas. You're in Vegas,
and you
that
have
stadium.
That
is dope.
stadium. It's everything's under control as far as what it is and how it works, and you're not looking to build a new stadium. I mean, there's an underground tunnel from Mandalay into the stadium.
No, but that's dope.
So you can stay out of the sun.
You know what they need to do? They need to get that lazy river from Mandalay to the stadium. Lazy river into the stadium, and you just have your phone and you go through and you scan your QR code, and they're just bleep, yes, right through.
Just have it circle around the stadium.
Yeah. And then right at the end is a giant chute and a giant slide that you go down at 60 miles an hour.
And I'm sure people would definitely not puke in that.
I want to go on a water park right now.
Dude.
I love water parks.
You know what?
I love water.
COVID and the current state of the world have killed water parks. You ever do Wild Waves?
Yeah, totally, man. Up in Federal Way?
Yeah, it's closed now, isn't it?
No, it's open.
Is it open?
Yeah, they've got a full amusement park next to it, too.
I don't know if
it's open right now.
But I mean, I thought it closed.
No, I don't think so.
I know. I'm making the drive up to Seattle here in
Take a
about
peek, dude.
12 hours.
It's
so
the state of Washington. I wouldn't be shocked
I'll
if on
take a
March
look.
20th at 57 degrees,
Probably
someone is
closed.
in the water.
It's probably closed. But also, putting a water park in Washington, kind of an interesting place for one.
You're such a hater, man. You know we have things like seasons in this state too, right?
What do you think the average high temperature is in the summer in Federal Way?
82.
You think so?
I do.
I don't believe it's going to be that high.
Hate to say it, fellas, but it is sadly closing after 50 years. It
See?
is scheduled to close after the 2026 season.
All right, that means we got to go to Wild Waves this summer. I got the brand man next to me. We should do a live show from Wild Waves. Can we get our sales bros on that? Get Wild Waves one last hurrah, and we'll do a live show. Me and Rob going down the chutes at Wild Waves. That'd be great.
Your average high temperature by month in Federal Way, Washington: June 70 degrees, July 75, August 75.
Dang it.
Not even close.
Dang it.
And it gets real windy up there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does.
So-
That's true. This place is about to blow up. Santa Clara, Kentucky. Boy, back and forth again. It's 70-68 with about a minute and a half left in this game. Crowd's getting lively. It's the first game of the day. Yesterday's first game of the day was TCU Ohio State. That got the crowd real lively, and this place is ready to blow its top off. Dare I say we're busier already right now than we were yesterday.
Oh, it's Friday.
It's
Like,
Friday.
We
Yep.
all kind of do.
Easier day to play hooky, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
The standing room only is
Unless you're me, every
filling-
day's hooky.
Yeah, is filling up quite quickly. So, if you want to get down here, you can get a spot. You better get down here and get a spot real quick because it is going to fill up. And obviously, we've got some bigger games that are coming up, which not only from a watch point, but also from a betting standpoint. I bet you if I pulled up the handles on some of these games that are coming up, it's going to be a lot more than yesterday.
Oh, the gambling has just begun, my friends. Akron taking a run at Texas Tech right now. It's 59-51. Akron trying to make a comeback. They're still down 8 with about 12 minutes to go in that game. Big buckets, big fouls going on. And God, I hope you guys can hear these people in the background. If I hear them in my headphones, you got to hear them too. Good. All right. That's what I want to know. 70-68 Santa Clara over Kentucky right now. Wright State taking a run at Virginia. That's a 19-13 score right now with 11 minutes to go in the first. And Arizona putting the pedal to the metal on Long Island University. 35-18 is the score in that game. Let's stick in the NFL a little bit, Danny, and let's hang out here. Who is going to be the first idiot to trade more than 5 future draft picks? That's what they're trying to change in the NFL. He's Danny. I'm Patrick. Live from A&A, this is Portland Sports Leader, 105.1 The Fan. Well, Danny, ask and you shall receive, my friend. Santa Clara drives down the court, hits a big three to go up 73-70. 4 seconds left on the clock. Kentucky rolls down.
Not
Bang,
so
hits
fast,
the
my
sheet.
friend.
Bang, hits the shot. This place went nuts twice
Back to back.
in about 6 seconds during the commercial break. Kentucky, Santa Clara. I knew it was going to come down to the wire, baby. It is going to OT. Tied 73-73. This place is loving it. First game of the day already being a banger. We're live here at Tom's Watch Bar up at A. Come join us, play hooky. This place is getting crowded. They're now at the point, Danny, where I have tall people standing in front of me and I can't see TVs. This is a big problem, guys. This is a big problem. All 5'6" of me is not loving life right now.
Womp, womp, womp. I'll lean back. So, you did mention it yesterday off air. You need your crate.
I know. I need my crate.
You need your booster crate.
For those of you that don't know, I have a crate, a milk crate, one of those plastic crates. Rufio gave it to me that I put my feet on.
He uses it
while sitting at
unironically.
the desk. I need it. I'm so comfortable with it. Now my feet hurt. My calves are all
all dangly?
strained. Yeah, my feet just dangle at the bottom of the chair. Yeah,
Circulation's getting a little tough.
Oh yeah, dude, it's rough out here. The blood's already thin right now. Let's try to keep things together, all right? If I told you that you weren't allowed to mortgage the entire future, but somebody wanted you to be able to, who would that come to mind in the NFL?
Oh, God. Some teams have been dumb about it. 49ers have been real dumb about it. Cowboys have been dumb about it. Vikings have been dumb about it.
I present to you the Cleveland Browns.
Ooh, they've been dumb about it.
They're proposing a rule change to extend NFL draft picks. The trading window is currently 3 years, so you can only trade up to 3 years worth of picks in the future. They would like to move that to 5. And I think that, things are in place. I will say, the NFL, that is a great rule for the NFL. Because look at the Clippers situation with SGA and Paul George.
And that's with the Stepien rule in place already. You can't do consecutive years. It's
Right.
every other year. That's...
Because you shouldn't be allowed to say, I'm going to give you 15 first-round draft picks for Joe Burrow. That's what they don't want you to do. But here's the Cleveland Browns trying to do that. Stay out of your own way. Dumb can't stop dumb sometimes.
Here's the thing. I don't necessarily want rules in place to keep people from being stupid, but also at the same time, you need rules in place to keep people from being stupid.
Yeah.
That's ultimately where this ends up, and it's one of those things where you're just like, I don't know, man. I kind of want to see it legislated out, where not legislated out, so that you just remove all the rails off this, just so franchises can fall to the wayside. And
if you want to do something stupid, you should be allowed to do something stupid.
But also at the same time, if somebody does that and then their franchise value goes to just hell in a handbasket, it can get to a point where it can be so decrepit that it can actually marginalize the value of a franchise.
And I think that's why the rule is in place, because the NFL still needs to protect themselves from themselves. It's something that, the NBA and MLB.
The NBA learned. It's called the Stepien rule because Stepien tried to did this and mortgaged out, 5 consecutive first-round draft picks, and guess what ended up happening? Oh, that's right. Your team sucked.
Yeah, I think the NBA and Major League Baseball could use a little more rules in place to protect them from doing something stupid, because they do stuff stupid all the time. And that's probably a big reason why not only is NFL the most popular, but that's also why they generate so much revenue. They are so good at protecting the shield at all costs, whether we like it or not. Sometimes they do stuff that we like. Sometimes they do stuff that drives us absolutely crazy. But boy, nobody protects their brand better than they do.
No, it's called the shield for a reason, man. They put that thing up and you can't get through it.
This ain't a crest, it's a shield.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point. I don't think there's anything more apt in sports when you're talking about the description of a league or a logo than the shield. I mean, it's full-on phalanx. They come together shoulder to shoulder, and there's no weakness in that chain, right? That's what they do. So that even includes the ownership group. In reality, because even how many owners have we seen thrown out of the NFL?
None. Not that I can think of.
Well, if your name is Tisch, you're asked to sell your shares of the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, Snyder eventually got pushed out, but in theory, they still all did it on their own accord. They weren't Nobody's been Donald Sterling.
Remind me again, did the Snyder files ever go public?
No, they did not.
Oh, weird.
Well, that was probably the deal, you know. We won't send this public if you just quietly go away.
If you quietly take your $5 billion and go home.
And he quietly went away. Santa Clara hits a shot, 79-77, 2.5 left in overtime. I'm telling you, dude, this place might burn to the ground at the end of this game, and we just got started today.
It doesn't matter. One way or the other, no matter who wins this game, this place is going to burn.
At this point, though, in overtime, you have to be rooting for Santa Clara. Unless you're gambling on this game. When you get to overtime, I think you root for the mid-major team instead of the big dog. It's cooler when Kentucky goes down.
Is it?
See, Kentucky just made a shot to tie the basketball game, and nobody cared.
Well, that's because
this place is on Santa Clara.
Well, that's because in overtime they all went and bet up Santa Clara.
Probably.
You know, like when it gets to overtime, that's kind of exactly what you said. It's one of those opportunities to go, let's go see what this line is.
12 ties in this game, 19 lead changes. 19 lead changes?
It's been a lot. So, look at this. Double team in the post against Santa Clara.
Well, this is where you got to be careful, man.
Execution.
When you're mid-major teams, you can't just be jacking threes. You got to kind of stick to the script. Don't worry about the clock. Take the efficient shots, dude. Look, man, I had Tony Bennett as my basketball coach for a while. Was a very successful coach at Wazoo. Ended up winning a natty at Virginia. That offense is some of the most boring offense you ever saw.
But you execute.
You know how many guys I ever saw take a bad shot? Very, very few.
Because if they, there it is. Go into the execution.
Yep, and some other games to keep you updated. Arizona's already got 50 on the board with about a little under 2 minutes to go in that game.
Meanwhile, Wright State.
There you go.
26-26 with Virginia.
I was telling you, I hope whoever runs the TVs here at Tom's Watch Bar and Grill needs to make sure that Wright State and Virginia game hits the main TV, because that's what we want to see. And we are at A Casino Resort for Fan Madness. Join us today for all the action at Tom's Watch Bar. Fan Madness brought to you by our wonderful friends, Window Nation, George McCoy at Warren Allen Attorneys at Law, Cricket Wireless Video Only, and of course, A our hosts for the afternoon. We're here all day, every day. And look, Danny, if I'm kind of with you, I knew you were going to kind of go the route of if teams want to be stupid, be stupid. If Cleveland wants to be dumb, be dumb.
Yep.
There is a part of me that does feel that way. That's kind of like, F around and find out kind of situation.
But it's also...
But also, I wouldn't want that to happen to my sport.
Well, do you know where the Stepien rule originates from?
No.
Cleveland.
Oh, there
the
you
Cavs.
go. See, everybody's a bunch of idiots. And this game is about to go out of hand. Santa Clara just turned it over.
Execution.
Kentucky,
back-to-back possessions.
Up by 4 with about 50 seconds left. That's a timeout, Santa Clara. I hate to be in that huddle right now. I love Kentucky fans who are like, yeah, and it's like, bro, you almost lost to Santa Clara, all right? Act like you've been here before.
Survive in advance.
I suppose that's true.
I got a Jayhawks jersey over here. Survive in advance, right?
Survive in advance. Rock chalk, baby.
You don't care how you win, just win.
Is there a better team slogan than Rock Chalk? That just hit my brain right now.
I mean, it's pretty good.
I love saying Rock Chalk.
I'm very biased. Just win, baby.
Just win, baby. That's a saying. That was like a phrase that somebody said. But it is like dyed in the wool. Like, I have Go Cougs, but that's lame. That's not Rock Chalk.
No, Rock Chalk's good.
Rock Chalk is a hell of a phrase.
I like it.
I'm trying to think. Anybody else that's
I can tell you what it's not. Play like a champion. Womp, womp, womp.
No thanks. No thanks.
Nerds.
What's wrong with you, dude?
I hate that school so much.
Are you sure you weren't up till 1 a.m. drinking?
Positive.
Do I have my stories mixed up here?
No, I got back here at freaking midnight and slept awful. Not because of the room, though. The room was great.
Oh, the rooms here are gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, they always say, it's a Vegas-style, sports book and hotel and casino. It's like, yeah, it is. The rooms are beautiful.
Shower was fantastic this morning. I judge all my hotel and Airbnbs based on the shower.
I do appreciate the shower here, and because I slept like crap, I did the I'm not paying the water bill here. I did the 20-minute lean against the wall until I finally woke up.
I have some friends that anytime they try a new Mexican restaurant, they order a bean and cheese burrito.
The simple.
They do the
Can
straight
you do the
standard
simple?
Because if that's not good, they won't try anything. That's my shower. My shower is the bean and cheese burrito.
I like that. Just don't ever bean and cheese burrito in the shower.
No. Eating in the shower? No.
No. That's not what I meant.
Stop pulling on it. I can't help it. Everybody does.
Yeah,
See?
all right. Fair. I think you can probably put this one on the board. Kentucky, I think, about to go to the line.
Did you see that?
They'll probably seal that deal.
I'm gonna go. There's that's number one, incredible block on the three. But number two, did you see this on the run out? My man had the white boy running the wing. He could have thrown the lob, but he didn't. And I think there was a reason for that. I think there wasn't as much trust on the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
White boy put his arm around him at the end, walking to the huddle. I couldn't see who it was, and he kind of smiled like, I could have got that. And I think he gave him I don't think you could have.
Some scores around college basketball right now. Arizona up 53-29 at halftime. Virginia in a battle with Wright State, 32-34. Wright State with the lead. 3 minutes to go in the first. Akron trying to hang around. There's 7 minutes left in that game. That's plenty of time. They're down by 5, looking for another 12-5 upset in that. And, of course, this Santa Clara, Kentucky game in overtime, 85-82 with about 18 seconds left. I was ahead. My scores were ahead of what we have here. So I was like, oh, wait, this guy's going to hit a 3.
Ding, ding, ding.
Probably not going to happen, but they are still alive, and we are about a half hour away from Iowa State and Tennessee State. When we come back, let's stick in the NFL here for a little bit. One more day of the week, Danny. One more day of the week for more NFL.
Yay.
That's us live here at A. We'll toss it back home to Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by A&E Plumbing, Heating, and Air, serving Portland, Southwest Washington, and the Gorge. Online at aneheatingandcooling.com. It's hard to stop a train. First on the Fan, Day 2 of the NCAA men's tournament has officially begun. 10-seed Santa Clara is taking on 7-seed Kentucky for our first matchup of the day, as that game has gone to overtime, but Kentucky is pulling away 85-82 with less than 20 seconds remaining in that one. 12-seed Akron tipped off against 5-seed Texas Tech at 9:40, as Texas Tech is out to a 7-point lead with just about 6 minutes remaining. 1-seed Arizona is taking on the Long Island University Sharks, as they are leading 53-29 here at the end of the first half. Getting into the big nooner here, Iowa State will take on the Tigers of Tennessee State. And wrapping up our slate of morning games, Alabama will face 13-seed Hofstra coming up at 12:15. The women's NCAA tournament is officially underway, as your Oregon women's team is up 35-29 to Virginia Tech at halftime. Catch that game over on 910. And your Portland Trailblazers are on the road tonight, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves at 5 p.m. Minnesota will be without Anthony Edwards, but it's the Blazers who come into the contest as 2.5-point underdogs. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube and Twitch. And now Window Nation.
And I gotta miss everybody. The Firm, we're here live at A. Tom's Watch Bar. This place is getting packed again. I'm gonna have to tell that guy in the Seahawks shirt over there that he's gonna have to step aside, my friend, because I can't see because of your dome. This is like concert situation, you know? Usually, being 5'6" at a concert is usually not a bad thing because I can like shimmy my way wherever I want. And usually tall people at concerts kind of understand. So they'll get out the way when they need to.
Here they will not.
Here they will not. That game is official. Kentucky does take down Santa Clara 89-84 in overtime, much to the chagrin of the crowd here. I saw the lone Santa Clara fan walk out. She was in a good mood, though. I'll give her a lot of credit for that.
I will say...
sometimes I'm just happy to be here, too, lady. I get it.
We've got...
Ooh, check that Durant Sonics jersey over there.
Did you not see that earlier?
Classy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. And that's like the 90s or the early 2000s, like Gary Payton. That green, not the old, like white and yellow, but that kind of like evergreen color. That's nice. That's one thing that's kind of cool about coming to these places, you know. Anytime I go to a sporting event, let's say you're at Blazers Nuggets. If you see somebody in a Laker hat, you're like, bro, go somewhere else. If I go to a Mariner Guardians game and I see somebody in a Yankee hat, no offense, Casey, I'm like, dude, go somewhere else. Like, why are we? It's one thing to wear the band shirt at the concert. It's another to wear.
Easy ride.
It's another to wear the an opposing team. But here at A. you can wear whatever you want and represent your team as best you can. I rocked Wazoo yesterday. I got my boy Flav over here in Michigan gear. Got the Durant Sonics jersey over there.
I will say I am pro
Seahawks.
Michigan, as my bet yesterday was the Michigan to win the title was plus 450.
I believe there was no money line in that game here yesterday.
Weird.
For Michigan. There was a money line for who they play? Howard?
Yeah, it was
There was
Howard.
a money line for Howard, but there was no money line for Michigan.
I think it was minus 10,000 when I looked yesterday, and by the time the game probably tipped off, it was probably off the board.
That's dirty. That's dirty. I got the what it opened at yesterday. Obviously, these things move around all the time. Let's see. It opened.
Was it minus 10,000?
Howard was plus 4,500 on the money line, and Michigan was not offered.
Okay.
Michigan was not offered. Illinois was minus 1,000 against Penn. And Houston also minus 1,000 against Idaho.
Otega Owa,
Arizona is minus 1,000 right now.
Who stunned out for Kentucky. By the way, that's Commanders defensive end Odafe Owa's brother.
Oh, hey, I like
Genetics
that.
rule.
I like that a lot.
So
I like that big time.
No, I'm a man of two minds. Santa Clara winning would have been fun, but it also would have hurt me financially. So because I had Kentucky, so far now I have picked every game correct except for Wisconsin High Point.
Just rub it in, huh? Just rub it in.
Well, here's the thing. With that, I think my bracket is in like the 98th percentile, something like that.
See, here's the thing. Now, I root, obviously, for my bracket, and I root for my gambling aspects. But when the games actually go down, I will 100% always and forever choose the game. Like, I have Kentucky in my bracket. I wanted Santa Clara to win that game. When the games actually start, I will ditch all thoughts of what my bracket is, what my gambling is, and I want the game. I want the game to be wild and awesome.
Right.
That I will always choose basketball.
Just so we're clear here. Oh, look at everybody decided to show up.
Look at all these people.
Our wonderful, wonderful people here at
all
Odyssey.
These people that I know. I finally have friends, right? Are you guys my friends?
No.
Can we be friends?
No, definitely
I don't
not
know
that.
any of your last names, but I know your first names.
Wow.
Does that count?
No.
And I got Joe Fisher
Oh,
staring
hi.
at me.
Look at this. Everybody's showing up. Just to be clear, Harris. What does it say my bracket is at?
I don't know.
98%.
96.2.
All the picks.
I'm telling you, though.
Just greens across the board, baby.
When the games start, I would much rather root for the games than my bracket.
Well, so I bet my bracket. That's what I did yesterday. So I am very much rooting for my bracket. This is my first time doing that this year. Was like, okay, how am I going to do this? Because normally I do the individual games.
Yeah.
But this year I was like, you know what? Let me put my money where my mouth is, which made me make a couple decisions before I click submit.
We do have a Boss Man Cooley sighting, and yes, I can confirm he is in the same shirt he was in last night. I had to take a shot.
You know what's funny is I thought that they were not going to be up here until noon.
Nah, the crew gang's all here.
Look at this, here early.
Dusty's already got the table. Hey, Joe, Dusty's already at the table.
So yeah, go figure it out.
NFL's coming to Wednesdays, man. Day before
Why?
Thanksgiving.
Why?
Because,
Why?
man, we need more NFL in our life, dude.
We don't need any more.
See, I know this is eventually going to happen, and it sounds like they want to do the day before Thanksgiving, which is a Wednesday. Sounds like opening night will be on Wednesday as well with the Seahawks.
It's so
opening
gross.
the season. Side note, I heard a rumor on the internet that opening weekend for the NFL, opening game will be the Seahawks, the Super Bowl champions. They always do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a little rumor that they will be hosting the East Indiana Bears, the West Indiana Bears, the Chicago Bears.
It's just
Inject that into my veins. Are you
I-
kidding me? Bears in Seattle game
no,
one? That'd be
I'm all
awesome.
about that. I'm still stuck on Wednesday night
On
football.
Wednesday, yeah.
It's all very dumb.
Well, it's going to happen,
Scarcity
man.
is what makes it good. The whole we're going to have football every day of the week nonsense in the NFL. I don't care.
Well-
I'm telling you right now, flat out, like the Australia game, I'm not going to watch.
I know. Well, you know me, like before I started working with you and really needed to pay more attention to the NFL, I was really a primetime game only guy. So if you're like me out there and you're a primetime only, that's an extra primetime game, because you used to live in a world where you get 4 games a week. Mm-hmm. 3 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. Now you get a Thursday night, and then you get some one-off games. And for the average consumer, I think they like it. That's the thing.
So I was sitting in the sports office at K2 the other night, and Joe Simons and I were both roughly the same age. Our producer is a young man. He's 25 years old. Old producer Danny.
And our producer back home, Casey,
Mm-hmm.
at 24 years old. Side note, 96.2% bracket correction. He's living the high life too.
Look at him.
He's living the high life.
Well, that's
too.
in the second one. I gotta add that to the caveat because my first bracket is absolutely atrocious right now.
Yeah, he's busted. There it is. But we were talking about this whole Wednesday night football thing, and Danny was like, "Oh, I love this. I can sit here and do it." I'm like, Joe and I just looked at each other like, "I don't care. I don't have time. I will not be watching."
You're
idea.
so mad about this.
Oh no, it's like the idea that I'm going to spend more time watching football in my week. I'm not. Like I have drawn my line in the sand. I am not watching more.
That's crazy, man, because everybody wants more. I am watching more.
I don't think they do.
I know you said to me the other day off the air that you think it's not healthy to get up and watch football from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
No.
on a Sunday with an international game, morning window, afternoon window, and night window.
Yeah, dog.
Some people like to do it. They like to sit in their PJs and hang out.
I would argue it's a pretty staggering waste of your life. Like, don't
It's
get me
just
wrong,
one day.
bro. They're throwing away a seventh of your life.
You throw away like 2/3 of your life sleeping.
So what does that leave you with?
A third. And football.
Yeah,
For
it's like-
football.
No, man. Don't get me wrong. I love ball, but it's like pick a couple games to watch. The whole I'm going to watch from 6 in the morning until 9 at night. That's just insanity to me.
Look, dude, this is the land of the
Especially
free. This
as
is
a grown
America.
man. Like, look, if you're a college age dude, go for it. If you're a grown man and you're doing that on Saturday and Sunday, bro, go golf. Go do something. Go be mildly productive.
Look at Dana
It's just-
Meringue pooping on our main demographic here.
No. I don't think it's a main demographic at all. I
Of
do not.
people our age?
I don't think people our age are watching 9 hours of football on Sunday.
But our people our age are listening to this fine program.
oh yeah, no.
That's
I'm
what I
saying
mean.
that. Yeah,
Our
no,
demographic.
No, but I also don't believe that they're watching from 6 in the morning until 9 at night. Like, that's insanity. Go do. And I know people are like, "Oh, I'd love to." No, if you love to, you need to go find hobbies.
So I will wake up in the morning, have breakfast, do some chores, go to the bar, come home, have dinner, do some chores. Is that more productive?
Something. Yeah, look, text line. I'm
What
with
if I
Danny.
tell you I watch
don't,
football all
won't,
through that?
can't watch more.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. It's just like, it's absolutely crazy. The idea that, like, my Wednesday night is now football. No. You have me at Thursday night football. You have me at Sunday night football. You have me at Monday night football.
Well-
Any other night football, miss me with that. I'm out.
Well, I think that's what it is too. It's the saturation. It's like, and also the quality of the game. Thursday games are not fun. They rarely are. Dude, I don't know
And I
if,
check out of those at halftime more often than not.
I don't know if I've ever watched an international game. Oh, I watched the one in Brazil with
The-
Kansas City, San Diego.
Yeah,
that was
because-
a good game. But that's my time zone.
Yes.
Dude, I wake up sometimes on Saturday or Sunday at 6 a.m. to watch European soccer. I'm not doing it for the NFL.
And to be honest,
I like my sleep.
I used to walk up. I used to wake up, 20, 2012, 2013, 2014, and watch Everton at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Guess what? That was 10, 12 years ago. I was in my early 30s.
I can't believe you just lapped me in old man news.
But
old
you know what I mean?
man takes. You're now an old man, Danny.
Yes, I am. I had this realization the day. We're girlfriend and I were out for a walk. And I can't remember what we were talking about. And I jokingly said, something along the lines of like, man, my 50s are getting there. And then I was like, oh, crap. Like, 50 is not that far away in reality. I just was like, that's not that far. Like, that's within, like, visual distance. Like, that, the number of things between now. I think I'd said something about, like, I've been doing TV for a decade. And I'm like, oh, God, a decade from now, I will be in my 50s. Like how fast that time went. That reality setting on me. Like I turned into Abe Simpson in that moment. I was like, my fist just started shaking at the cloud. My glasses dropped further on my nose.
Gather around, children. Let me teach you something.
I moved into more comfortable shoes. Like I'm wearing the On Clouds now. I used to sit there and look at people who wore Brooks running shoes. And I'm like, now I'm like, man, do I want a pair of Brooks? Like,
meanwhile, I'm rocking these Converse All-Stars.
Yeah, but in 6 months to a year, you are going to step into a pair of these shoes somewhere, and you're going to go, oh no.
Oh, I know these shoes don't feel good.
But
I'm fully aware.
But you're going to get to a point where the not feeling good is no longer allowed.
I don't know. I don't think you realize how much foot pain I have every single day.
And yet you're still wearing these. No. See, you say all these things. I don't gamble. I don't day drink. I don't do this. I don't do this. It's like,
I haven't gambled today.
Yeah, you are the weakest-willed man I have ever seen.
Hell yeah, brother. Come to the dark side. It's a lot of fun, dude. Keeps you on your toes. Yeah, it keeps you on your toes, man.
Unreal. Hey, Texas Tech is going to cover the spread.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. What the hell happened in that game? Akron was going to come back, and now they're losing by 20? FML.
Go ahead and add that ticket up.
When we come back, it's Web Gems, everybody's favorite. Which bar, John? Huh? Which one you choosing? We'll go there next. 105.1 The Fan.
The Fan VIP.
All right, this is Web Gems, everybody's favorite. We do it every single day at 11:45. Coming up in the Big Nooner. Blazers back in action tonight. The Timbers start a brutal stretch as they'll take on LA Galaxy this weekend live from Providence Park, which you can always catch right here on 105.1 FM, home of your Portland Timbers. Sneak peek on that. I will be doing the pregame, postgame. Fletcher Johnson's out of town. Adam Sussman will jump in the one chair with Aaron, and they'll do the play-by-play, and they called the big dog in to do pregame, postgame.
The little big dog? Big little dog?
Also, while I draft a Dynasty Fantasy Baseball League, this is not going to be good.
You are not doing both
terrified.
at the same time.
I have to.
You don't
Draft's
have to.
at 1:30.
Guess what you're going to have to do? Auto draft.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Auto draft.
Tired of taking your advice. You watch Blazer games for fun.
I do. I get paid for them. That's right, Deal. I get paid to watch them. Don't give me that.
Catch you up on some basketball. Some games have gone final. Texas Tech did finally pull away from Akron. They win that game 91-71. There goes my first Sweet 16 team. And as we said earlier, Kentucky beats Santa Clara 89-84.
Does that ticket say Texas Tech 7.5?
That ticket does say Texas Tech 7.5.
I'm just wondering, when we were talking about these bets, and I said, stop steering away from Texas Tech, this is like you and Caleb Williams. When will you learn?
That Caleb Williams is an overrated quarterback. I've learned that a long time ago.
God,
I learned that a long time ago.
You keep betting against the things I'm telling you not to bet against.
We're in a little bit of a lull here as Wright State and Virginia are at halftime, but hold the phone, my friends. Wright State's up 43-38 on that Virginia squad. Arizona handling business against Long Island, 60-29. 17 minutes left in the second half. Tennessee State and Iowa State about to tip off here. We'll get Hofstra and Alabama shortly. But Web Gems today is brought to you by John Rothstein. He stated this on his live show earlier this season. If Nebraska wins their first NCAA tournament game in school history, I will fly to Lincoln, put my credit card on the bar for an hour to throw a happy hour for Nebraska fans, because that will never happen. So which bar are you going to, John? Sounds like you owe people some drinks. And if I were a Nebraska fan, let's take Dirt, for example, okay? Andy's got family from Nebraska. He's like an adjacent Cornhusker fan.
Sure.
Outside of his Duck fandom. If I were somebody like him and could take a couple days off, once I found out what bar John was going to go to, I might go to Nebraska. I might go to Lincoln, and just to say I got a beer off this idiot who didn't believe my team would win a tournament game. Because, boy, those guys were shooting last night. Nebraska looked good.
Well, I mean, I will say this. Nebraska had not won a tournament game in 130 years. So the math was mathing pretty hard.
I understood, dude, but you got to run into it at some point. They're a 4 seed.
To be fair, yes. I love a good to be fair in March Madness. But
To be fair.
But also, that's where you get to have your fun. It's not fun if you just say, Indiana's never going to win a national title in like 1967. It's, after Signetti has the year that he
Old man
has.
hobbles around. Oh, Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Yeah, it's like, But yeah, I mean, sure, Leicester City can win a Premier League title.
Sure can.
Nothing is impossible, or impossible is nothing, as Adidas once said, that Kevin Garnett got backwards.
Impossible is nothing.
Can you imagine if he actually had said that?
I know.
Like, how bad would that have sounded?
Impossible is nothing. That's dumb. Anything is possible. That's great.
It sounds better, but also they couldn't trademark that, so...
If you're watching Oregon Ducks women basketball, they're up 55-35 on the Fighting Michael Vicks in the third quarter.
You can pack that up.
Pack that up. You going to put some women's bets down today, Danny?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know anything about it. I haven't watched a women's game in a very, very long time.
Nope, I'm good. And if that's your deal, go ahead. I know some people who absolutely clean up in that. Well, here's the thing.
Well, it's very chalk. Speaking of rock chalk,
yes.
It's very chalk.
It's I was
that
talking.
is a sweet Oregon State shirt.
Yeah, it's a nice little bowling shirt. I can dig it. There is the delta, the spread in women's games. The top seeds. I don't think the Final Four has been outside. So if you take the total, like
sure.
if it's 4 1s, the total's 4. Right?
Yes, I follow.
Okay, I don't believe in the last 10 years of the women's tournament it has been more than 7. It's either more than 7 or more than 8.
Wow. That's a low number. Not even double digits.
So the delta from, I believe, from 1 seeds to 4 seeds is an average of 24 points.
Okay.
So if you're a 1 seed, versus a 4 seed, your average margin of victory is 24 points.
That's crazy.
While the women's game is growing, you're talking about the concentration of power and the NIL and stacking rosters. They haven't gone through that stage yet.
Right.
Because the other schools don't have the money yet to go. Look, Gino Auriemma is the baggiest of bagmen that ever bagged in college basketball.
That might be true. The most underrated bag man of all time, Gino Auriemma.
If I remember right, I think he's been in the NCAA tournament all but 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to sit here and give Gino his praise and not also mention that Pat Summitt, she did not have a bag, she had a purse.
She's my girl.
Pat Summitt, look,
She's a bag lady, too.
People weren't going to Tennessee to play women's basketball just for S's and G's.
I think after a while they did.
Sure. But,
She's a bag lady.
Oh, yeah. She's you think she Louis Vuitton?
I don't know.
That's the thing is like,
Coach?
I mean, well, think about it this way. Lendell White was a McDonald's bag. You think old Pat Summitt showing up with a Louis bag on the bed?
Nah, it's probably like Chick-fil-A.
You think you're going paper bag still?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, why not?
I think the women would appreciate what bag it comes in, where the man just doesn't care about the bag.
I don't know where I live in that world. Let's get to the big nooner. When we come back, lot more to get to live here at Tom's Watch Bar at A-Lene. Come hang out with us, play hooky. We're hanging out all day. 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This SportsCenter update is brought to you by Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. A great spot for any occasion, and don't forget, you save 10% on your Butcher Shop order when you dine in. Menus and more at laurelhurstmarket.com. First on the Fan, Day 2 of the NCAA Men's Tournament is officially underway. 10-seed Santa Clara fell in a close one to 7-seed Kentucky as that game went to overtime. Final on that one was 89-84 as Kentucky pulled away in the final moments. 12-seed Akron tipped off against 5-seed Texas Tech at 9:40. That one is all final as Texas Tech picks up the win, 91-71. 1-seed Arizona is making quick work of the Long Island Sharks as they currently lead 63-35. 14 minutes remaining in that contest. Over to Wright State as they have a 2-point lead on 3-seed Virginia. That game is coming back from the half. And as we get into the big nooner, 2-seed Iowa State will take on the Tigers of Tennessee State. And to wrap up our morning slate of games, Alabama will face 13-seed Hofstra coming up at 12:15. The women's NCAA tournament is currently underway as your Oregon Ducks currently lead in the fourth quarter 59-40 against the Virginia Tech Hokies. And last but not least, your Portland Trailblazers are on the road tonight taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves at 5 p.m. Minnesota will be without Anthony Edwards, but it's the Blazers coming into this contest as 2.5-point underdogs. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of dirt and spray.
Two down, one to go here, live from Tom's Watch Bar at A Casino. We're having a great time up here. 2 down, 1 to go, the firm of Harris and Meringue. We do this bad boy every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're happy to have you and stoked to be a part of your day. After us, we will toss it. Bonus happy hour, Luke Anderson from 1 to 3, and then you know it, baby. Prime time back in the house tonight, 3 to 7. Take you home, finish up 13 and a half hours of live, local, continuous regional sports talk radio.
Question mark?
12 and a half hours, I think.
Question
the boys
mark?
got a little late start this morning. We need to make fun of them for that more.
I like that.
Nah, I like those guys too much.
Nah.
Plus, I know both of them would whoop my ass, and so I'm not really interested in that.
You know, sometimes I want to see it happen.
I know you do. Trust me.
Not because I don't like you.
Uh-huh.
No.
Uh-huh.
I just look. I'll admit this. I had.
Oh boy, buckle up, Pierres.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine send me a F around and find out like fight video.
Okay.
And it was hilarious. It was like somebody who went campaigning for an ass whooping got elected.
Yeah.
And I was like, good. You'll love to see that happen.
Sometimes it's on sale, and sometimes it's free.
They just handed out hands for free, right? But ever since I watched that video, my algorithm has turned into nothing but people getting hands.
It caught you once.
Now I'm just like, and I just get caught in this spiral of like little Chihuahua dudes barking. Like saw like maybe a 160-pound little country boy talking about, this, that, and the other, and he called this guy fat boy. Well, Fat Boy was about 85 to 100 pounds heavier and about 8 inches taller.
Yeah.
Guess why weight classes exist? This dude, the big old farm boy, hits him with a ham hock hand open, slaps him, and he just slaps the life out of him. He yelps like a dog. And then he picks him up, and I'm not kidding, hits him with a stone cold stunner.
Yes.
And he's
wrestling
just,
moves
ding!
wrestling moves in real life are severely
You
underrated.
hear dude's jaw go, and it just out. And I was like, oh my God.
Can you imagine you hit somebody and they're kind of woozy there for a second, you throw their arm over your shoulder and just plant a rock bottom? Because, like, the rock bottom is one of the dumbest wrestling moves ever, because the dude just stands there and he's like, I can't do it. Oh, and I get hit with the rock bottom. But if you catch someone that's kind of like, I don't know what's going on, you're like, give me a hug, brother. Bam, rock bottom. Dunzo.
I'm not kidding. Dude hit this guy with a stone cold stunner, and you hear his jaw clack together, and it's out. But I was like, the wherewithal to give you know what? I want to add some style points to this because somebody's recording. Because, you slap the guy once, that's enough. Like he slapped the life out of him. His eyes are spinning around like a cartoon. And then he comes back to him. He kind of manhandles him. And instead of I've seen... if you ever see I have my rule, don't fight Balkans and don't fight Polynesians.
Polynesians, yeah.
I mean, then what's the third rule? Anybody with cauliflower ear. Those are my 3 rules.
Yeah.
I do not abide by, I abide by those rules. Those are clear non-qualifiers.
See, I don't segregate. I just don't fight against anybody.
But sometimes...
That might be my one absolute.
But see, that's the problem, is sometimes it might just find you.
No, it's not going to find me.
Oh, buddy.
I've made it 40 years.
Oh, buddy. I hope. I hope. But
I've made it 40 years. I got another 40 to go to hopefully never get punched in the face.
Yeah, well...
I mean, my dad hit me once. I deserved it, though.
See?
I deserved that.
What did it do for you?
Made me cry and go upstairs, and I never talked back to my dad again.
Sometimes you just need to get hit in the face.
I know. I was like 17 years old, too.
Yeah.
Such a jerk.
Shout
out, Pops.
I don't know if I ever told this story on air. I was 16 years old, and I thought I was ready for my dad. And I bowed up on him. He goes, you sure you want to do this? And I started to say, yeah. And before I finished the yeah, my soul was leaving my body because he hit me with a forearm shiver right in the solar plex. Feet went to the ceiling, and I hit the ground. I went, like as the oxygen left my body. And he stood over me. He goes, think you're ready yet? And I just sat there for the next 5 minutes trying to find my wind once again.
See, I never bowed up on Dad. He just got mad at me once, and I saw him clench his fist, and I was like, ooh, what are you going to do? Hit me? Come on, hit me. Bam, hit me. And I was like, and I ran upstairs.
Seriously, one of the greatest lines in the history of mankind is, what are you going to do? Stab me? From man who was stabbed.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude, it happens. Just don't be that. But again, coming full circle, hitting somebody in an actual fight with a wrestling move
would be rad.
I mean, that's pretty dope. I'm not
if you
gonna lie.
hit somebody hard enough that they are knocked out and on the ground, if nobody has like grabbed you to arrest you or something, you have to hit the people's elbow. Or the Hulk Hogan leg drop.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you could climb on a table and hit the Macho Man from the top rope
Or
elbow.
the figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, yeah. They're already passed out, and you put them in a figure 4.
Or even better, just lay on top and do the 3 count.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Or lift the arm to see if it's there. Nope, he's gone.
Yep, and
for it.
that's why the Timbers schedule is that difficult. When we come back, let's get into that. We're live at Tom's Watch Bar. Virginia, Wright State tied 45-45. Wright State with a big miss right there.
I got Virginia going a little deeper in the bracket, so they better not screw this one up.
Virginia trying to figure that out. We'll keep you updated on the scores. Let's talk a little Timbers next. Portland Sports Leader 105.1 FM, 1080 AM.
The new home of the Portland Timbers is the
Shout out to my lovely wife who loves this band, Lake Street Dive. Great, great group. If you ever get the chance to see them live, I highly, highly suggest it. We're live here at Tom's.
Sneaking in like weird bump back odes now?
Yeah, dude. I'm all about it, dude. Things are off the hinges, dude. We need to get this show over so I can start drinking.
Start?
Well, maybe continue.
Yeah. Let's be accurate here. What is within your arm's reach right now?
Well, Deal also tells me that I need to go through the high limit slot room, out to the back smoking patio, rip myself a heater because it sounds like I need a couple.
Sounds like you had a couple.
I don't even smoke anymore. This is just how I sound. This is what my daddy gave me, what my mama blessed me with.
Oh, we have tomfoolery in the Santa Clara, Kentucky game.
Oh, tell me Herb Sednick is pissed off.
He says he called timeout before Kentucky's buzzer beater.
They showed it on TV. He's chasing the ref, yelling timeout, and the ref was running with the player. Ref never saw him. That's tough. That's tough. Old Herb Sednick.
And this is why, if you'll ever hear me talk about like end of game sequences, I am a big proponent of letting players play. Because especially if you're on offense, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well,
because if you set your defense, your success rate goes through the roof.
The brand man and I were talking about that yesterday in the North Carolina game.
Yep.
QB called that timeout at the end of regular time, and we were like,
if you're
what
on
are
offense,
you doing?
do not set it.
And then VCU set their defense, and North Carolina couldn't get a clean look.
They make subs, and then you're inbounds, and you just have less space to work with. I am not a fan. I would rather trust my guys and all the work that I've done
man.
to get there than to go, you know what, let me stop and micromanage this thing right now. I don't like
If I got a guy on second and I need to score a run and a routine single is hit into right field, boy, you're rounding third.
Yep.
Make that right fielder make a play. If he guns you out at the plate, good on him. Make him make a play.
Yep, every single time.
Don't let him get set. Don't stop at third and they go, ha, gotcha, because you may never get another chance. Go.
When you get the opportunity, you take it.
That being said, opportunity is this weekend. The Timbers will host the LA Galaxy. A 1:45 kick. Again, like always, you can catch all the action right here on 105.1 The Fan, home of the Portland Timbers. And like I said, I'm excited. I'm doing pregame, postgame. So that'll be a lot of fun for me. But here's the thing, Danny, to let you know, get you all caught up to date on the Timbers. They are about to play an absolute brutal stretch in the next 6 games. LA Galaxy this week. Then they are on the road at Vancouver, who for my money is the best team in the MLS right now. Then they'll come back home to host LAFC, the black and gold. They're a team you don't want to play. I'm not sure what Minnesota looks like the week after that, but James Rodriguez is in the squad. The Loons, also one of those badass nicknames in the MLS.
Also, great logo, great crest. Like they nailed it. They nailed that.
They nailed it. And then they'll take another road trip against San Diego FC, who finished first in the West last year and are repeating action again this year. Dude, it's going to be a tough watch, guys.
Do you think I can go over to the book right now, go up to the table?
To the counter.
To the counter, not the
10 toes
kiosk.
down, the counter.
What are the odds on Portland having a new manager before the end of that trip?
Ooh, I don't know.
It's minus money.
Yeah, you think so?
Minus 500.
Wow. Go place that bet then.
I mean, I don't want to because it's almost a certainty.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned myself. I don't know. Merritt Paulson seems to be pretty tight with Phil.
So when they start out 1-7, how tight do you think that is?
Well, that's what's been tough. I mean, how they lost that game against Houston is just gut punching. James Pantemis pants doing his best Jason Swigart impression, or Jason Swigart doing his best James Pantemis, the boy who lived impression, as he has a giant gash on the front of his forehead. And the Houston player gets a red card for it, and Portland can't capitalize. Houston hits him with a counter. Brandon Bye falls down, and they lose 3-2. This team is discovering ways to lose, and that is not a positive situation to be living in. This team is very storied, and I don't think this team will ever fall apart and become Cleveland Browns-esque, so to say. But they are inventing new ways to lose, or at least the fear is they are starting to invent new ways to lose. LA in town, kick at 1:45. Go to the stadium. If you don't go to the stadium, listen to it right here on The Fan. Danny, this is what happens. You always say it. Anytime I pick something, they go down the toilet.
See, this is why I tell you don't get And also, don't go negative on something. You're sitting here talking about, not only did you pick Akron, you've been negative on Texas Tech. They like you're energy vampiring them in reverse. Like they're sucking the energy out of you, and they like you're giving it. Like Texas Tech's going to make a Final Four run now.
Oh, buddy, just wait until Rick Barnes does Rick Barnes things today.
Jeez.
Nah, what is wrong with me? Why can't I have nice things? I'm a nice guy. I try really hard.
But are you?
I pay my taxes. I vote.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
I pay my taxes and I vote. I've never missed an election in my life. When I went to college, I re-registered in Whitman County because that's where I lived. When I moved to Portland, I was a voter in the state of Oregon. When I moved back to Washington, I became a voter in the state of Washington.
See, what's funny is
when I moved from Camas to Salmon Creek, I changed my districts.
You thought I was asking the do or are you about voting. I was just asking if are you a good person?
Oh, I think so. I hope so. My mama tells me I'm a good person. My kids think I'm an okay person. That's got to count for something. Right? Got to count for something. Just leaving me hanging there. Arizona up on Long Island University, 76-45.
Sorry, I had to give you that.
That was just mean.
Thanks, Case. See, you got my back. Thanks. I'm glad to know I'm not on an island over
It's the
here.
one time where I've just let the dead air just sit. I could roll back the video of that and if you just wiggling in your seat like, what do we got?
I've got a little bit of breaking news here. Arizona, according to the A Sportsbook, is a 30.5-point favorite. They are currently winning by 31 points.
Who gets sat down here?
Oh, man, dude. That's why I'll never touch those lines.
I never touch those lines. Ever, because they just get too weird.
Wright State and Virginia still going after it, battling
My
53-53, 12 and a half minutes left. Look, today started off with a banger, and Wright State might give us another one.
Well, here's your thing. Wright State's 10 of 24 from 3. 10 of 24
10
from
of 24.
3.
They're just chucking.
That's it. That's where it comes down to.
Is Kentucky Santa Clara the game of the tournament so far? Has to be, right?
Yeah, I mean that or VCU North Carolina.
Yeah, VCU North Carolina. And I'm telling you, dude, like, everybody says that's a good team over there. I don't want to take anything away from the team. I'm going to take a little bit away from VCU. North Carolina S the bet in that game.
They did.
From a player standpoint and from a coaching standpoint.
I mean, they were up comfortably with 4 minutes to go.
Yep.
Failed to execute.
Now, bad timeout. Let the defense reset.
Also,
I'm not a Hubie Davis guy.
I'm also not going to beat the. Normally, I would beat them up pretty heavily for this, but they're playing without their best player, Caleb Wilson. You're missing 20 a game,
but you're still North Carolina. Okay, BYU can lose Reggie Saunders and lose to Texas.
Sure,
they're not losing to High Point. VCU.
Well, again, VCU, fun little program.
Fun little program. But it's been about 20 years since Shaka was there.
Sure, but again, like depending on how your program is built, Caleb Wilson was their engine. And it's not like the gap in college basketball between the gap in the NBA is not from like Luka Doncic to the next guy is huge, but in the NBA, if I told you that Toumani Camara went off for 28 points. Or Chris Murray went off for 24 points. Like, is that a shock?
Dude, Bam Adebayo just had 83.
Okay. It's not a surprise. Like, the talent level is incredibly. Chris Murray averaged, 27 a game in Iowa? Like,
yeah.
These guys are good, right?
They can all play.
So, but in college basketball, that one guy is so much better than everybody else.
Right.
And so when you lose that one guy, man, you are asking guys to do a lot. Like, we've talked about this with Nebraska. They lose one guy, somebody's not shooting. All of a sudden, that pucker factor is so tight, you can pick a chair up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, totally.
The grip becomes very real. And so, again, I'm not trying to give the Tar Heels a ton of leeway here, but they were missing their guy. And I think it's yes and.
Sure, and I'm okay with yes and. Yes and it is because you suck.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think they'll fire her for it, but if I were a North Carolina fan, I'd be pretty crushed.
And you should be.
I mean, yeah, it sucks to lose Caleb Wilson. Virginia just hit a big three over there. 58-56, 11 and a half to go in that game. Ranking mid-majors, Danny, where does VCU live in the ranks of mid-majors?
They're up there.
Kind of. They're top 10 probably.
Yeah, like when you're up
Butler,
there.
Creighton, Gonzaga.
It's the how long? It's not UMBC. You know, like you did it
No,
once.
you
the
had
Florida
one
Gulf
goal,
Coast.
yeah.
But if you're there consecutively, and with different coaches.
Yeah,
like
Wichita State hasn't been the same without Greg Marshall.
Yep.
Boy, that was a set. He went out with a fart.
Yeah. So
I really liked him as a coach too.
But I mean, like that's the thing is like if you can keep an identity going,
Yeah.
that's where you live.
60-58, Wright State up on Virginia. You can hear the crowd in the background.
Still a lot of time.
It's starting to get a little dicey up here.
So we're at 11 minutes. So.
Everybody's getting pretty stoked. Lot of people saying.
Look at you. Hey, everybody, he's buying into Wright State. Go buy Virginia tickets right now.
Yeah, that's
everything
basically what
he
it is.
likes bombs out.
Everything I like bombs out. Except for my wife and kids. They seem to be doing great. Look at Danny. He's trying so hard not to say anything.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I
Preschool could be listening at any time.
it wasn't going to be a shot at her.
Damn, dude. Damn. Catching strays over here for no business.
Is it a stray of the laser-guided munition?
Blazers
This
back.
ain't collateral damage, dog. It's a dot on your forehead.
Blazers,
Easy ride.
Blazers back in action tonight. They'll take on an Anthony Edwards-less Minnesota. Let's get to that
Warheads
game.
on foreheads.
Let's get to that game. But first, we'll send it back home to Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This SportsCenter update is brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, day 2 of the NCAA men's tournament is officially underway. 10-seed Santa Clara fell in a close one to 7-seed Kentucky as that game went to overtime. Final on that one was 89-84 as Kentucky pulled away in the final moments. 12-seed Akron tipped off against 5-seed Texas Tech at 9:40. That game has gone final as Texas Tech picks up the win at 91-71. 1-seed Arizona is making quick work of the Long Island Sharks as they lead currently 80-49. 4 minutes remaining in that one as Wright State and 3-seed Virginia are in a close battle right there. That one has gone to commercial as Wright State leads 60-58. And as we get into the big nooner, 2-seed Iowa State will take on the Tigers of Tennessee State. Wrapping up our morning slate will be Alabama as they will face off against 13-seed Hofstra coming up at 12:15. The women's NCAA tournament is officially underway as your Oregon Ducks picked up their first win of the tournament, taking down the 9-seed Virginia Tech Hokies 70-60. And your Portland Trailblazers are on the road tonight, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves at 5 p.m. Minnesota will be without Anthony Edwards, but it's the Blazers who come into the contest as 2.5-point underdogs. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt missing word? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson.
closing arguments coming up next to send you on your way. We're live here at Tom's Watch Bar, A.
Oh, my goodness.
Virginia finally starting to find a little bit of cushion here.
That man just got broke off with a filthy hezzy.
65-61, a little under 9 minutes to go. Arizona absolutely pooping all over Long Island University. Iowa State up 30-7 right now on Tennessee State. Look, I have Iowa State in my Final Four. That's probably my
They're a good team.
That's probably my ride or die bet right there. That squad plays great
Your
defense.
spiciest pick?
Yeah, I mean it's not that spicy. They're a 2 seed, but they're coming out of the Michigan bracket. That's how I have them. I think Iowa State, Michigan. If that were to happen in the Elite Eight, that's a spicy meatball, my friend. And we've talked about this at length, Danny, about like the good teams creating great matchups. If this thing goes chalk, let's just say outside of the Sweet 16, if it goes chalk, dude, there are going to be 5 or 6
They're absolute bangers.
games.
Yeah.
Michigan, Iowa State.
The way that I have my
UConn,
bracket,
Duke,
the way that I have my bracket set up, I
want to see that Houston defense against Illinois.
That's the one. That's when I'm talking about the best styles makes fights is a Houston team that doesn't turn the ball over. I believe they're number 1 in the nation. I think they had 8 turnovers a game this year offensively, while also being one of the best defenses in the country. Versus an Illinois team, it's one of the most explosive offenses in the country. I mean, there are teams that score more, but they play in lesser conferences and smaller. They're still Division I, but it matters more when you're doing it in the Big Ten. One of the most explosive offenses in the country that plays at a crazy breakneck pace and has multiple guys that can beat you multiple different ways. So, styles makes fights. I think Illinois Houston is probably the banger of bangers when you're talking about the stylings that exist.
And the winner of that fight, should it go chalk, would line up to play Florida. Now, again, there's that Houston defense. Can they slow down Florida? But also, if Illinois wins that game, can Illinois outshoot Florida? The answer to that is yes.
Yes.
They can. And then head to the East. The East is real spicy, too, if it goes chalk. You got St. John's and Duke in the Sweet 16. You would have Michigan State, UConn in the Sweet 16. You're telling me Shire, Patino, Izzo, and Hurley? Dude, get out of town, dude. That is a banger of a bracket.
I've got Arkansas, Arizona.
That would be a hell of a game, too.
I had Purdue, BYU. Obviously, that now it's going to be one of Texas or Gonzaga.
Zags Purdue will be a good game.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm taking Purdue. I took Purdue in that game.
I think very easily Gonzaga could lose to Texas.
Texas showed something last night.
It's not just that. What is Gonzaga missing? Their
Brandon
best player.
Huff,
Like, that's...
I wasn't too impressed with Texas over North Carolina State, NC State in that first 4 game. I wasn't overly impressed. I was impressed with them last night.
Yeah. But, I mean, I've got Michigan, Texas Tech. I've got Virginia, Iowa State, which is a game that I really want to see.
Oh, man, that'd be great.
The Houston, Illinois game, I'm very much excited of, Florida, Vanderbilt. I think that's also another really good game.
Vandy's a sneaky good team, and that'd be a good SEC conference showdown again.
And I really want Louisville to make it to that round to take on Connecticut because Mikael Brown might return for that. And all of a sudden, you're taking a Louisville team that is good and potentially making them great.
Sure.
When you're adding a lottery talent back to that team.
We are, if you haven't noticed, we are at A&A.
That is the roar you hear behind us at all times.
Casino Resort for Fan Madness. Join us today for all the action at Tom's Watch Bar. Fan Madness is brought to you by our wonderful friends over at Window Nation, George McCoy at Warren Allen Attorneys at Law, Cricket Wireless Video Only, and of course, our hosts for the event, A&A. We can't be here without them. Vibes are good here. Vibes are real good. People are stoked. This game, this Virginia Wright State game is going to come down to it. Long Island, thanks for playing. Alabama and Hofstra, it's early, but it's 18-16 Hofstra.
I'm just saying, it sounds
Did Hofstra show up with 2.1 pounds of weed? I don't think so.
I mean, they're playing like, at least Alabama's playing like they maybe smoked 2 pounds of weed.
Dude, Iowa State is up 36-9.
What's ballsier? Aiden Holloway telling authorities that the 2.1 pounds of weed for personal use, or attempting to actually smoke 2.1 pounds of weed?
I could figure out how to smoke 2.1 pounds of weed.
Like,
Saying that it's all for you is pretty egregious.
For those that don't know, Alabama law, 2.2 pounds of weed triggers a felony clause for trafficking. Interestingly enough, he was at 2.1.
Yeah, and buckle up, Buttercup. This crowd is a pro Hofstra crowd. We have learned that real quickly. This is a Hofstra crowd.
I think people are just sitting here going, I want chaos.
I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for absolute chaos. What else we got going on later today? Let's look through this slate. Coming up shortly, we will have Utah State, Villanova. 125 is the game of the day for me. That's Miami of Ohio and Tennessee. Iowa, Clemson will start the night chapter. The game of the night.
That's my other quote-unquote upset.
Yeah,
Iowa.
Last night the night bracket was not very fun. I wonder if tonight will
I think it adds
deliver.
a little more juice to it. I think your matchup's a little bit better tonight.
I'm real stoked for this Kansas-Cal Baptist game, that's for sure. Very, very excited for Kansas-Cal Baptist to see how that's going.
We do have some breaking Seahawks news.
Oh, yeah? What?
Unfortunately, Jake Bobo is signing an offer sheet with the Jaguars.
Jake Bobo to the Jags. How
Jake
do you like
Bobo.
that? Super Bowl legend, Seahawk Ring of Honor, Jake Bobo.
A man who has 36 catches in 3 years for the Seahawks.
He had 4 catches last year for 5 touchdowns, I'm pretty sure. Right? Is that his stat line from last year?
He did have a 17-yard touchdown in the NFC title game.
He did. I'm
Just
telling
saying.
you, Ring of Honor Seahawk legend.
Doesn't have to buy a beer in
Jake Bobo.
Seattle.
No, he doesn't.
Probably has to pay for the food, but doesn't have to buy a beer. Stuff.
How do I get the food? I want the food.
Yeah, right. I mean, I was going to ask you, but I already knew the answer.
No, go ahead.
Free beers or free food for life?
I'll take free food for life. I don't need beer to survive. I need food. Yeah, dude. You think I get bougie with beer, dude? I'll get bougie with food if you give me free food.
Wow, free. Even if it's free, good beer that you like.
Hell yeah, brother.
Really?
Yeah, because
I did not think you would go that
Because if I have
path.
to pay for beer, then I still think about not having too much. Because it's like, no,
What happened
I don't
last
need
night?
What's that?
What happened last night?
I switched to liquor.
Did you eat?
No.
Okay.
I still feel good though. I feel great.
That was not. I don't think you used the word good without saying don't in front of it when we sat down this morning.
I never said I don't feel good. I didn't.
I don't think you ever said I feel good.
Oh, I feel great. I'm totally happy.
I think
I'm totally happy.
The feel good part of it was more of a I don't feel good. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be tough.
Well, I'm sure the beer that I had this morning is helping me feel better from last night. So that definitely helps.
It's the simple things in life.
All right, we come back. Closing arguments to send you on your way. Blazers back in action tonight. And we'll finish up our day here at Tom's Watch Bar, 105.1 The Fan.
It's time for Easy Play, brought to you by Home Z, making home improvement easy.
Sharma, other corner. Oh, give me that. Yeah, he did. Just took it away. McCautry got it up top. That's good. Avila knocks it down.
That's Jason Benetti on CBS Sports. Makes the call. High Point takes down Wisconsin. That's the upset of the day of yesterday. We'll see what more lies in store today. This Easy Play brought to you by HomeZ. Use HomeZ's online calculator to estimate your project instantly. Make it easy. Call HomeZ. That's HOMZE. HomeZ.com.
We just finished our roof and siding with...
right, that's going to do it for us. Closing Arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit leskinlaw.com for more information. Coming up on the program tomorrow. Oh, no program tomorrow. It's Saturday.
Hey.
It's Saturday. More like a day of recovery. Do you want to know something silly that I probably should not share on the air?
Oh, the fact that you at 9 o'clock this morning told me that you were going to Uber home tonight. But you don't know. You were feeling good this morning.
I found out that Pedialyte is actually for small children. I thought it was for hangovers.
I mean,
but it was actually created for small children.
It's both.
I know, but it was created for small children. I did not know that.
You didn't?
Yeah, like a pediatrician.
Yeah,
I know. It clicked the other day. We were at the grocery store. I was like, "Why is the Pedialyte by the like diapers and baby food?" And my wife was like, "Cause it's for kids."
Did you not have it as a kid?
No, I mean maybe. I don't know. Man. Dude, we had carbonated Powerade. I don't know what to tell you. I was like, "Why isn't it in the Gatorade section?" And my wife looked at me and she was like, "You should probably not tell anybody that." And here I am telling the greater Portland sports area.
That's a good one.
Blazers back in action. I'm being told on the text line that I need to be really passionate about rooting against the Blazers and the Timbers so that way they start winning. I don't think it works that way. I think it's just if I really like something, it goes to hell. I don't think it's that if I don't like something, it works out.
I mean,
it's not that I don't like Caleb Williams. I just don't think he's that great.
And then what did he do?
Then he was really good. He was great, dare I say.
That's the thing is I think you are like a reverse Jinx.
That's rough. I didn't like J.J. McCarthy, and that turned out true.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think your powers can ever be used for good. Only evil.
Only
evil. I think that's what it comes down to.
Did you know that Minnesota now has 3 first-round quarterbacks on their roster?
So Wentz, McCarthy, and
Kyler.
Oh, that's right, Kyler.
Carson Wentz went 2 overall, Kyler 1 overall, and McCarthy 9.
Do you think they try to trade McCarthy? I mean, his value's nothing, but
For what? I think you hold on to him. He's on a rookie deal and see if you have a backup.
Well, I mean, Wentz is the backup.
Well, I know, but I think Wentz doesn't have a long.
But I mean, just think about that. You know, J.J. McCarthy sucks so much that you went and got another backup quarterback.
Yeah, but if
you can't even back up Kyler.
If you go out and go try to trade McCarthy, you're going to get fleeced for him. Whatever deal that you're trying to get for J.J. McCarthy, Minnesota's going to lose that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can you conceivably get for J.J. McCarthy? A 6th-round draft pick? Who's giving you a 3rd for J.J. McCarthy?
A used ball pump?
Yeah, dude. You're lucky to get a 6th or a 7th.
Yeah.
There isn't even 8 rounds, and you couldn't get an 8th round pick.
I mean, how do you recoup the the whole idea of recouping that value doesn't exist because if Kyler Murray goes down because he's tiny, he might get injured, you're not putting J.J. McCarthy out there.
No,
you're going to put Carson Wentz out there. So it's not even like you're like, well, we're going to give J.J. a chance because Kyler went down and maybe he can recoup his value. It's like, no, he sucks so much. So it's like, why not just cut the ripcord now?
Dude, it is the craziest fall from grace. Can you imagine going from a starter in your technically 2nd year, but basically your 1st year?
Ask Josh Rosen.
To 3rd string. Yeah, that's true. Rosen went down real quick.
He's out of the league. Like that.
I mean, I think they drafted Josh Rosen, and then didn't they draft Kyler Murray next?
Yeah.
Like the next year?
They're like,
because they were so bad?
Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.
God.
It's tough, man.
If I ever meet the great John Lynch, the GM of the 49ers.
You're going to ask him why on earth he gave up picks for Trey Lance?
No, I want to ask him, how did that not bite you in the ass?
I mean, it did. It just didn't bite him enough.
Not really, dude. This isn't Deshaun Watson and
what I'm saying
Shador.
is they were able to avoid it, but if they don't make that deal and they have that capital, do they win a Super Bowl? Seems significantly more likely.
Well, they needed a quarterback.
Sure.
And so do they get a quarterback in the 2nd or 3rd round and not take Brock Purdy? Like, you're starting to butterfly effect here a little bit.
But what if I said you got a quarterback that was okay and you got Micah Parsons?
Like Brock Purdy? Yeah.
So,
This is why I don't have an NFL team. I don't want to be heartbroken.
It's tough.
I really don't want to be heartbroken.
Just do me a favor. Don't ever like the Raiders.
I think I'm going to start liking the Raiders.
God dang it.
Why not?
They already suck enough. I don't need you making it worse.
I'll bet you the Raiders win 6 games this year.
I'm going to go buy the ticket for the under.
You know what Cooley told me last night?
You said it out loud.
Boss man Cooley, he is going to put money on the Giants to win the NFC East. He thinks Philly's going to fall apart. Daniels is going to get hurt again, and the Cowboys are the Cowboys.
I mean, Cooley's a Giants homer, but
he also wants Jeremiah Love because he's still sad about no Saquon.
Well, I mean, I was just going to say.
This is what gambling does to you kids for entertainment purposes
You've got
only.
Jackson Dart. You've got Malik Neighbors. You've got Cam Scatterbo. Like, you've got the bones of, like, what could be a pretty damn productive offense.
Got a nice D-line, too.
Got a nice defense.
Go get Caleb Downs. Solidify that bitch.
Or take the best offensive lineman on the board.
That's true.
You know,
That's true. Kid out of Miami.
Or go get Sadiq.
I can't say his name, Mauauga.
There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nailed it. You know what you do with those names, right?
I don't even have it in front of me.
You know what you do with those names, right?
Sound it out.
Sound out all of the vowels.
Yeah, sound it out.
It's a lot simpler than you think it is.
Sure.
So,
Blazers tonight in Minnesota. No Ann Edwards.
Woo, that game's going to suck.
Yeah, no Ann Edwards. You give the Blazers a shot tonight?
I mean, they always have a shot.
They're still in playoff seeding land right now in Minnesota.
Well, Minnesota might fall out of that spot.
And they don't
Phoenix,
want to.
No, you don't want to be in the play-in.
And Ant's going to be out for, a week or two? Is that what I saw?
So they're definitely not thrilled about this. They're going to go out there and do as much as they can.
More volatile, that Lakers, Minnesota area or the bottom play-in area in the West?
I mean, the bottom playing area is just, it is what it is at this point in time. I think the bigger NBA story right now is what's going on in Milwaukee.
With Giannis?
Yeah. There's a little bit of infighting in ownership. And yeah, I mean, Mallory Edens, one of the co-owners, co-chairs, co-governors, whatever you want to call it, came out and said the quiet part out loud. Either he's going to sign the extension or he's getting traded. But here's the thing. If he's offered that extension, and if he doesn't sign it, he'll be the first player that I can remember ever being offered a full max extension and not signing it. Do you know what his extension value is?
No. What is his supermax?
$275 million on an extension.
Whoa. That's a lot of money.
That's
a lot of money.
But here's the kicker. He can't get that until October 1st.
Wow. Oh yeah, because he has to stick around. What else happened in the association? Did lost in all the college basketball last night? Did Luka have 60?
Yeah, he went nuts.
Wow.
I think LeBron tied the NBA record.
60 assists last night. Is that what I heard? 60 assists.
He tied the NBA record for most games appeared in.
LeBron. Who had that?
Was it no AC? Thank you, Parrish. I knew it was one of the AC Green or Parrish. It was like that's always the triumvirate in the games.
She looked like AC Green. Bitch, don't call here anymore. AC Green.
There you go.
I got Luke Anderson telling me about people being virgins.
I mean, that was the AC Green thing.
That's one of my favorite all-time Sports Center commercials is the Roll Tide one. What, we got something brewing here?
Yeah, Virginia's stepping on the neck.
There you go. Virginia up 78-70. They'll put that away with a minute and a half to go in that game. Iowa State still all over Tennessee State. What else?
Bama down 7 to Hofstra, 28-21.
Yeah, Hofstra leading in that game. And I think that's it for right now. We'll hang out. Nice little day. Well, I had a fun couple days, Danny.
It's a good time.
It was a good time up here. Thanks to Aylan A and Window Nation, George McCoy at Warren Allen, Video Only, Cricket Wireless. Thanks to all our friends that came and saw us and hung out. I'm going to hang around here for a little bit. I'd like to watch some college basketball games.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
That Tennessee-Miami game has got me all kinds of hot and bothered that I can't wait to see. So that'll be fun.
I'm going to hang out here till about 4 o'clock and then head down to K2 and go do some Blazers.
Yeah, have fun with Blazers tonight. Timbers this weekend.
3 hours of driving.
Timbers this weekend. Kicks at 1:45. Again, you can hear that right here on The Fan. Closing arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit leskinlaw.com for more information. Leskin Law's one-day divorce mediation, peace treaties, not war plans. A big thanks to everyone who made this show happen, to Josh, our engineer, everyone back home, Casey Smith as well. You are my guy. Thank you for holding it down for us. Luke's in the house. Bonus hour of Happy Hour tonight. For Danny Marang, I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
Bye.